All right, what's poppin', Tub Nation? Welcome to Tub Takes. This is a video podcast where we go over what's been making waves in the VGC scene. Today, I am joined by my co-host, Adi Supermanian.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the
channel. We've also got John Who.
What's up, everyone? I'm back again.
We've got Justin Burns.
Hey, guys.
And we've got Alex Collins.
Hello.
Some of you might know him as Nerdofnow, the damage calc guy, as I mentioned in the tweet, I guess.
Yeah, I do that.
He do that. And yeah, today we're gonna be talking about things. It's been a while since I've hosted this, but yeah, we're going to be talking about, tournaments that are upcoming, tournaments that happened, and of course going to be previewing Pittsburgh. That's the big one coming up, especially this is a pretty NA-centric podcast. I guess we keep up with those Europeans or whatever. And then we'll also be answering your questions. And lastly, before we get started, just a reminder that this will be up on YouTube on Wednesday. So if you're here at the start of the stream but can't stick around until the full length or the end or whatever, then yeah, on Wednesday it's going to be uploaded to YouTube, hopefully. I don't know. I don't have Adi here to confirm that, but I'm going to trust him. Wait, no, Adi is here. Let's ask Adi. Adi, do you...
well, it looks like you already plugged, so...
Yeah, no, it's going to be on YouTube, says Adi. Okay. I wonder, was I even holding my shirt up to the right spot? Oh yeah, no, the camera definitely saw it.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I got you. I saw it.
All right.
We heard your shirt. It's fine.
We heard my shirt.
We heard the shirt.
Okay. So with that, we got like a bit of housekeeping at the top, just talking about upcoming tournaments. So first up is oh boy, did they say Lily or Lyle? I don't know. This one.
Say France.
France.
It's in France, right?
Yeah.
It is in France, I believe. And they have a good number of tickets. It's also listed as a regional, so it should have like an entry fee and prize money, right?
Money.
So, yeah, I didn't know that you could run regionals with like 700 people anymore. I thought that just wasn't allowed.
True. I definitely thought the cap was always 500
or lower. Man, we're going to be talking about Pittsburgh, and I just thought they were all 300 for whatever reason. It was... Peoria got capped at 300 originally, and what was Sacramento? Also 300?
Yeah. I don't know. You're the one signed up for that, brother.
That's true. That's true.
This is all your guys' problem.
Well, I don't remember. I know
I can tell you the Pittsburgh number.
No, the Pittsburgh number is like 420 or something, or 430.
432?
Oh, it's not the funny number.
It's not exactly the funny number, but
it's 471.
Wait, Pittsburgh? Oh no, that's like including younger age divisions, right?
Yeah, but who like?
Oh, you're looking at the page. Yeah, no, the Victory Road page that we'll be talking about later has 480.
So like we thought
432.
Yeah, we thought the cap was like fourth. I guess it was like. I don't know. I'm gonna say 420. I don't know.
420.
450. We only need 20 spots for juniors and seniors.
Right. That would be ideal, but just eliminate those divisions entirely. Anyway, jokes aside though, this one is happening. If you're British or whatever, you can go to this event. And next up,
British or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, Toronto is actually going to be happening. It's happening on Wednesday. I don't know if there was a more formal announcement as Sai is mentioning here.
I don't think there is one yet.
Okay. But hopefully it's not like so early Wednesday that like I think the normal upload time on YouTube is like noon central. If you're watching this like on YouTube, like as it's uploaded, that you're too late. That would be pretty sad. It's probably gonna be in the evening on Wednesday. But definitely, keep up with either Sai or just the organizer's page to see when it's actually gonna be dropping. But that one should be coming. I don't know if they gave any more information either like on size or anything, but with the way things are going, if you want to be attending the event, you better be there. That's all I can say.
Don't miss it, man. Don't miss it.
Yeah. And then lastly, the extra spots for Peoria have not gone live yet. That was actually still coming. I thought it said somewhere below here. Dare I click show more replies? Okay, no. I think it said oh no, it's above. September 7th is when the slots are going to go up Thursday. Now, I can't remember, was this they added 500 more or they're going up to 500 for Peoria?
I would imagine they're probably just going up to 500.
Right? Adding that many more would be...
Here we go. Opening allocations approximate VGC Masters 499.
Yeah, no, but I'm curious, does that mean...
I would think that would be total. I can't imagine they would double it.
Right? Yeah, just be like, oh, by the way, we just actually can fit twice as much as we thought.
Right.
Thank God for Hori stands.
So true. I got mine right here.
Do you actually have one?
Oh, dude, I actually I have one too, I believe.
Yeah.
Dang, that's rad. I don't have one.
Yeah, I think I got the same one. I'd have to look in my backpack. It's in the other room. But I think I do have one of those stands.
No longer in production. DCI, if you want mine, I'm selling it for $6,000.
$6,000? Man, I was gonna go for lower. I was gonna go for like 300 or something.
No.
But I guess that
no.
I win the bidding war. They're gonna go for me. No,
yeah, they can buy yours. They can.
They need both actually. Anyway, yeah, Peoria is gonna have more slots, so that's at least pretty cool. If you are able to make your way to Peoria, I don't know. This was actually gonna be really nice for me back in Chicago because this was gonna be technically the closest. No, Milwaukee's still closer, funnily enough, but it would have been nice for me back in Chicago. But everybody else is saying this event sucks to get to. It's the new.
Yeah, it does suck to get to.
Fair. Well, actually,
even if you live in Chicago, it's like a 3-hour drive.
Okay, so here's the one place where it's actually not crap to get to. So I live in like Indianapolis, right? Or I used to anyway. There's actually a highway that goes straight to Peoria from Indianapolis. As crazy as that sounds, it's like actually pretty convenient. I went there last year, but also I cannot be going there because I think it happens in October, right?
Yeah,
you'll be gone.
I will be gone. I will not be here anymore.
Yeah, it's actually
So,
in like 1 month, like to the day almost after the signups. I think it's like the weekend of October 7th or something like that. So yeah, that's it for the upcoming signups. I don't know if there's any others I missed, but we'll be sure to talk about those next week. I don't think there's anything else happening this week. I probably would have heard about it otherwise. So with that, I guess we can talk about the Victory Road September Challenge, just because we haven't had any major tournaments since Worlds, and this is here to not shake things up, apparently, is what I've heard. I'm looking at the results now. Somebody used the team that Snow was using at Worlds, I swear. Maybe Snow. That would be... No, wait, no, Snow didn't qualify, right? Snow got...
So Snow did not make Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, if it wasn't Snow, somebody I know was using this like Arcanine Hisui Tornadus team. And
Oh yeah, I was looking through this the other day when I was updating.
I think it is the Kaeru team.
Hirofumi? Somebody in the chat said Hirofumi.
Yeah.
Kaeru, you're right. It's
sure.
Hirofumi Kimura.
Okay.
Because he was talking about it, and Snow is the winner of this tournament, by the way, just in case anyone didn't know that. And I think runner-up was also Japanese. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah. The link is in our doc.
Runner-up was the 1 seed, and he used the
Worlds team. Like, isn't it like
the Shohei team? It's literally just the Shohei team.
Oh, okay.
That is so.
And also I think Hirofumi won that invitational Wolf hosted in Japan.
Oh, with this Rock Dog team?
With
that team. So it was just the winner, like the world's winning team versus the team that won that thing in finals.
That is so funny. Piloted by 2 Japanese players. Like, wow. I don't know. I don't know what's the main takeaway for that for some people, but I guess it just shows that Japan's kind of good.
The teams are good.
Takeaway teams are good.
Yeah.
I mean, all the other teams are like very just kind of the same stuff we saw at Worlds.
Yeah, I think the name of Oi's team here is pretty accurate. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yes, that is VGC right now. It's actually only like
Although,
2 months. No, maybe
I don't
3
know.
months.
Actually, I feel like Goldango, even though it has a couple spots in top 8, I kind of feel like it hasn't been seeing much innovation. I guess there's not really any reason to, but I don't know.
mean,
It
it's
it
just
feels
this-
stale to me anyway.
I mean, I don't think there's much you can do with Golden Go besides like choice specs, nasty plot, and the occasional choice scarf. Like those are the Golden Go sets. It's
Yeah.
a Pokemon that's immune to all status moves. There's not really like much you need to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't need to
pretty
get too
much.
creative with it. We don't got room to recover on that guy. It'd be cool if we could.
Can you believe that Long has recovered too?
Right.
What the hell?
I hate this Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Get
it's
this man
it's,
out of here.
it's like the bane
Just
of
get that
like
into recovering viable. You know, that'd be way too much of a nightmare to deal with.
I think
Yeah,
it uses it
let's-
in singles. Because
Right.
people switch it
It
in so
does,
often
yeah.
to spin block that it just like has staying.
I mean, you
Oh,
also
that
don't
makes
need
sense.
protect on it in singles.
Of course, yeah, it does
So
have
you
another
just run
slot.
recover.
But yeah, the team in third place also not too worth talking about. Did go 8-1 in Swiss, but it's that same team, the
Drago Dango.
Drago, Dango, and a Giraffe. Yeah, just Tailwind with Giraffe stuff.
So one notable team, the King Gambit Gastrodon team, I've been seeing that a good bit on ladder, like
Hmm.
after Worlds. I would call
Might-
that like
might
one of
be
the newer teams to pop up after Worlds. But it's definitely something I've seen before.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have to tell me where
definitely.
the sick teams are in this VR tour, because I'm having trouble finding them. Burns has pointed out one mildly interesting one, Gastrodon King Gambit. It's also got Magma Storm Heatran, like by choice. This isn't like the body press one. It's just, I think the main thing that Magma Storm Heatran is doing, as more and more people are finding out, is
Okay, where's the top 32 team? Apparently, there's a team.
Toxicroak?
Apparently, a Toxicroak.
Okay, we'll go find that. But yeah, no, the Magma Storm, I think the main thing that people have been pointing out that it does is Chen Pao. It's just so often the sash set, and so you can just pop it in one move, one of the few ways you can do it. I know that Urshifu Water can't even normally do it.
Oh, I'm pulling up the website. Okay.
Right, here's the Toxicoke run. Adrian Ortega.
Adrian
19th.
Ortega. Okay, yeah. Sure enough, there's a
that's a
fake
sick
out.
one.
It's an assault vest set, fake out, gong shot, low kick, sucker punch. I mean, does
You know, this is actually quite relevant to what we're about to talk about soon. No
what?
spoilers.
Yeah.
But the AV Toxicroak.
Oh no, that's true.
We'll come back to that. We'll
We'll
definitely
talk about
revisit.
Toxicroak later, I guess. But yeah, the thing about Toxicroak, if it isn't obvious to some, is that funnily enough, it does wall Urshifu, even Terra Grass, Terra Blast Urshifu. None of these moves can do any damage to a Toxicroak. It is immune to the water and of course resists fighting. It also resists bug and grass if that's what the Urshifu is carrying. You played this guy a bunch on ladder. I'm assuming you're talking about the Toxicroak person. Yeah, this is definitely funny. Otherwise, it seems like a couple of like common picks on rain teams, not too dissimilar from the team Sempra was running.
Bro doesn't even have like a real rain sweeper. Like Urshifu counts, but
what is that? Why? How's that not real?
no, because like when I think rain, I'm thinking like Basque Legion, bro.
Oh,
I'm
the team
thinking-
below it is
I'm
another.
huge
It's the
wave
actual
crash,
Sempra
man.
team. No,
Okay, that-
Urshifu Water is a rain sweeper.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I have doubts.
It is.
No, I have doubts. You can't convince me otherwise.
Didn't you try running like Torn Urshifu earlier on in the format with Rain Dance? Are you just underwhelmed by that, or?
No, that wasn't really rain. That was just I clicked the big damage button.
All right.
Shoutouts to Dot1Q in 10th place for doing the 2-2-2 from like the first Reg C tournament. Like basically as soon as the ruins were legal, it was just like, oh yeah, we can do Chiyu, Flutter, Pow Knight, Dozo Tots, and it's still here. CB, Spec, Scarf, triple choice, Sash, leftovers. I guess Tatsugear gets stuck with the Citrus Berry. This is awesome. The Kitchen of Heavy Offense 2.0. What a team name. It sounds like something out of Pikmin.
That is a sick name.
Kitchen
That is a
Heavy Offense.
that's definitely a
That's
Pikmin dungeon.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tatsukiri's your yellow Pikmin, and then Dozo's your was it Slumlord.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
Dozo's your
Ouchie.
blue dog. Yeah.
Yeah, you're Ouchie.
Right.
Your blue dog.
Okay, there is a clef key. Not piloted by anybody that I know was using clef key at Worlds, but there is still a clef key. This is actually that team, It's the Calm Mind Flutter team. Why did nobody in our group was talking about how somebody used this?
Because it
I
didn't
don't
make
know.
it to the top 16 graphic on Twitter.
That's fair.
Yeah.
16th
I guess
place
who
team is
cares?
hilarious. Oh yeah, so this is the one that goes all in on. Yeah, me and I was trying to get John to build this stuff. Something close to this though. We weren't running exactly.
I fell off on
What
it
did we-
because of a couple of things that I didn't like playing in the early meta. But those things kind of like fell off later. Like right now, probably it's okay. But like I was having trouble with Cress and Heatran. Those two are like a little lower now. I would say Cress is still pretty around though.
I'm looking at this and it does
Not
not
aware.
deal with Crest in any way. However, look at this move on the Urshifu. Yo, that is
What the
hype.
heck?
Yeah,
Wait,
that
which one?
That doesn't do damage, right? That's just to get rid of your scarf.
yeah,
Hold
it's
on,
getting
hold on,
rid of your
which one we looking
scarf,
at?
but it also activates the policy.
There's no way that's good.
Hold up, I'm
Bro,
lost. Which
There's
one
no
are we
way that's
looking
a
at?
good fourth move.
We're looking at the 16th place team. It's the
16 home.
yeah, it's the one with the
Oh,
Arbor
no.
Rouge and the
No,
Urshifu
no,
has
no.
There is no shot that that's good.
Oh my
I
goodness.
do say that Acrobatics Sworn, that's pretty good.
Also,
That's
if
kinda
DD is running Shadow Ball like it's a Calyrex Shadow meta, like, what are you doing? I guess that's to
That's their
activate.
one Crest answer.
to side Shadow Ball.
No, I like John's answer better. It's not for side
That's
Shadow
their
Ball. It's
one
definitely
Crest
for
answer.
Cress. Yeah, it's doing a nice
Okay,
20% to Cress. That's gonna be my
And then dropping
calc
this
is
to
right.
death. Dropping this to death. That's the part.
That's gonna be my calc is right later. Is how much does DD Shadow Ball
This
do?
team,
Right.
this team has enough U-turns to beat Crest.
That's true. Choice band U-turn is
Until-
pretty nice.
Until Terra Fairies.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if
I
it's
mean,
Terra
and then you
Fairies,
hit it with
expanding
a
force.
new
wins.
expanding force.
Yeah, then you expand on it.
That's true. I'm still surprised
wait.
they're going with like the Psychic Seed set, but it's Prankster instead of Defiant. Like that's the whole thing that you want to do back in like 2013, right? You go
Yeah,
you go
you're
like
talking about some
find gem
boomer stuff.
acrobatics.
You are really showing your age, because like, what the heck?
I'm not even that big of a boomer. I was like
Hey,
started in
no,
2014.
people
13
people
is 10
use
years ago.
people used
2014.
Acrobatics Prankster in 2011.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'll go even more boomer. Like you don't
Yeah.
even need
Well,
Defiant.
okay, but that was with Flying Gem, you know?
Yeah,
That's
that was when
fine,
Jet
yeah.
existed.
Yeah.
Different
I mean, so
story,
it's
bro.
2013.
Yeah,
They
but
used Flying.
Defiant.
Um,
I'm coming to
good
the
thing.
pieces anyway.
there's some stupid
It's
stuff
fine.
in top
It's
32, like Angelo is using the team that they.
Oh yeah, Angelo
spamming.
Hunter went nuts. That's a power band Urshifu.
Yeah, they were spamming this team on ladder prior to Worlds, and then it didn't go too far at Worlds, but it's maybe more suited for the post Worlds meta, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to shit talk the team too much, but it's a little silly. I think it's fun.
It's a
though.
team. It's a team.
I can
It's
dig it.
probably pretty fun.
Gonzalo
It is
also
still kind of
doing some-
annoying on ladder.
It was definitely annoying on ladder, yeah. Gonzalo using copy of 840 VGC Hard Trick Room Series 2. Wait, Series 2? Wait, no, Lilligant's not from Series 2. I was like, is this actually a Series 2 team?
Well, it is if you replace Lilligant with like regular Lilligant.
With a regular Lilligant, yeah.
Look, he's been working on it since Series 2. And
This
there
is-
happens to be a Lilligan on it.
You're right.
Listen,
you're
that team name goes real hard though.
right.
You know.
I don't know. I kind of liked the, what was it? The something of destruction.
Yes.
The Kitchen of Destruction.
Kitchen of Offense, isn't it?
Yeah, Kitchen of
Kitchen
Hyper
of-
Offense or something.
You have heavy offense. or
Heavy
something.
offense,
That's,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, looking at the rest of the
2.0.
teams.
By the way.
I'm looking at the rest of these teams, and there's not much to say about them. So, yeah, I'm curious.
Okay. I'm gonna real quick try to suss out any interesting sets.
Oh wait, somebody
Let's
said we were
see.
looking at the 32nd team. Maybe I'm misremembering. It was just a team in top 32. I was like, there's not even 32 teams.
Yeah, it was a top 29, top 30.
30. It looks like 30.
Whatever.
Anyway, Nothing much to say about the rest of these, and honestly, not a whole lot to say in general. It looks like maybe there was 2 copies of that King Gambit Gastrodon team that Burns was talking about.
Yeah.
Seems to be 2 of them here. But other than that, I don't know.
Terra Fairy King Gambit has like picked up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's been like even the SD Sucker Punch King Gambits, they run Terra Fairy now.
What does Terra
What does Terra Fairy do? I mean,
yeah, it gets him.
oh,
He leaves the call. Or
Alex is gone.
disconnects from the. He's just gone. King Gambit got him.
He's back.
They didn't want to.
King
They didn't want to
Gambit
know
did
what
not like
Terra
that
Fairy
one.
does.
open?
Are you
it's
back?
a good defensive type.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I just had too many tabs open. My was it event handler has been going a little nuts.
Oh, it's that
So-
Google Chrome difference.
Right.
Yeah.
So one trend I'm noticing, in addition to like the Terra Fairy Goldango, is like it seems like Amoonguss are starting to drop Protect for Leaf Storm a lot more. Maybe this was something that was a thing before Worlds, but I don't know. I'm seeing it pick up a lot more now.
I saw it a bit at Worlds, faced it myself, and yeah, I guess people are just like wanting to be more proactively dealing with her Shifu. As well as like Terra Water was relatively common to deal with her Shifu, so it's kind of nice.
Right.
But that's about all I can say about it. I think it's like fine, but Amoonguss is one of the like most heavy opportunity cost Pokemon to drop Protect on. It just seems like Protect is so good on it, so it's a tough decision to make. But if it's the right call, it's the right call.
Yeah,
Just
that's fair.
position better.
Just position better. Simple.
True,
You heard it.
true.
You heard it from the not defending but defending champion of the state of Pennsylvania. Is that PA? I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey Burns, I'm not the only one saying this. If you go down to the bottom of the article, it says here that the final. Oh no, it says the last time there was an event in Pennsylvania was the 2019 Philadelphia Regionals. The final saw Justin Burns defeat fellow American Andrew Burley to achieve his 2nd regional championship title.
Oh,
Dang,
I did
you're
not
a
see that.
2-time regional champ. Whoa.
You didn't know that?
Right?
I don't know anything, bro. I don't keep track of stats.
The worst.
Yeah. I'm the best kind of friend. I'll get surprised every time.
We're getting ahead of ourselves still.
We
Oh wait,
are.
are we?
No, wait, we're. Well,
Okay,
unless you
are we
move on?
we moving
from
on to the Pittsburgh preview?
Yeah, that was me transitioning to it.
Oh, okay.
But then Adi was like trying to drop some last minute scoop. I don't know. Maybe I can task John with looking at that and tell me if it's anything worth talking about or not. But that's just over in the Tub TV channel. Anyways,
Yeah, I'm looking.
So yeah, Pittsburgh coming up this weekend. I guess I kind of like I forgot somebody had to remind me to do the preview. I think it was you, Burns. It was like, yeah, we have to do the Pittsburgh preview, and I was like, oh, you're right. So we gave this
the
one.
big question.
What's up?
The big question is, now that AV Toxicroak is viable again, well, am I going to bring it and cut the Pennsylvania Regional with it?
That's true. Is your team
Did win last time.
in here?
Yo.
I don't think.
What?
I was wondering if your sets were here, but they're not. Not on the
No.
Limitless VGC. Sometimes they have teams there. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm going to replace Iron Hands with Toxicroak.
They're like the same
damn.
Pokemon, right?
They are pretty much the same Pokemon.
They do the
The handle was the
exact.
same ones.
You can give your Toxicroak Thunder Punch. I mean, it's like basically the same Pokemon.
Mhm.
I mean, Toxicroak has a better matchup in the Fluttermane, so
yeah.
you know.
Wait,
True.
does it? Oh, because it's not with
Yeah,
the fairy.
if you're running an Iron Hands that doesn't have Heavy Slam, then yeah, Toxicroak is better into it.
Listen,
probably takes
Toxicroak doesn't have to Terra to not be weak to it.
It probably takes more from Moonblast than...
I was going to say that they
Have you
probably
killed
take the
them?
same.
Iron
I was going to
Hands.
say they probably take the same amount of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, it's the Shitmon tax, okay?
So
Right.
we kind of mentioned it earlier, but this event has about 400 and so many players. 432 is what it says. And yeah, I remember it originally capped at like 400, and then they added like 30 more spots or something, and some more people were able to get in. Which means it's probably gonna be. Oh yeah, does this mean that it's robbed of the prize table isn't working good for me, but does this mean that like There's not $6,000 for first, or
No, I think okay. So
oh no, I forgot. It's size independent, right? It's been a
yeah.
minute.
The prizes were updated to be regardless of size.
Oh,
so it still goes all the
CP.
way down to 32.
It's CP.
It's the CP that changes. So basically, that new bracket of CP that they made for like if there's over 512 players, that won't happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, like, it's 30 CP.
It was
Some
30
people are
CP
gonna need
to
that.
those last.
Some people are gonna need that, but like this early in the season, I feel like you might be okay, unless it's like one of the only. I guess if you're East Coast. Sorry, I guess, but yeah, you guys don't matter. It's fine. At least that's what that's what they did when they scheduled all the East, like Eastern regionals, kind of like towards the front of the season, and then they like scheduled all the West Coast ones in the back end. Don't know what they're thinking there, but
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, you know, the Pokemon Company's headquarters is on the west side of the United States. You know, surely there's no bias there, right?
No,
Right?
none.
No, it couldn't
absolutely
be.
not.
You don't think?
All right. I guess another thing that we can bring up now, like it's literally so I don't know. The information is so like uncertain at least, but there seems to be a premiere challenge being held the day before. I think, or is it on Saturday?
I
There's
think
there's
they
a
said it
premiere
was Friday.
challenge.
Go
There's
ahead.
a premiere
Burks.
challenge on Friday. There's also a premiere challenge on Saturday at 1 p.m. So if you go 03 in the regional, you can drop and play in the PC.
Mm-hmm.
And then there will be a mid-season showdown on Sunday.
Okay.
Yo, that's
That is
crazy.
an interesting schedule.
Quadruple header weekend. You just have to play really badly in the regional.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so locals are supposed to come back in October was the word, but maybe they made a special exception for majors that they could host them at regionals as side events and stuff. Yeah, that's that's what's being said here.
Yeah, that like kind of makes sense to me, assuming that the TO responsible for those PCs and mid seasons is the same as the one for the regional, since like they're already running the regional, so they are supposedly going to be allowed to run the smaller ones too. I don't know if that's how it works, but like, yeah, it is a little weird to have locals. You want to call it that?
I think it's stupid. Just let the local TOs start running events. Also,
right. Why not? Right?
approve more local TOs because they've had a huge backlog and they haven't been approving anybody.
Oh, true.
Dang.
I think the last time I tried applying for Pokemon Professorship was like basically when I was in college, and then I don't think I even, well, one, because it was mostly TCG focused at that point, so I didn't pass at the first place, but like I think they have separate ones now.
They have 3 different quizzes you can take now.
But like after I failed the TCG, was like, nah, I'm not even gonna do this anymore because like I have to pass a TCG test to be like a VGC like organizer or judge or anything. It's like, nah, that's not it. But if I took that test now, I'd probably be fine because I play TCG a little bit now.
You are right though. They really do need to get on that backlog because, like, I know there was, I think, at least a TO in my area that was looking to start hosting events at a place called Destiny Games, which does which like is sort of like a retro game store, which is perfect for VTC because we've all had to make do with like card game stores instead. So they just have to get through that backlog. I mean, might potentially have like an actually fitting location for locals again.
Mm-hmm. I have a mildly funny story. It was like a weekend ago or so. I we went out to a restaurant near Scott out here, and afterwards he was like, "There's a board game shop. We can go check it out." And so we went over there to just like hang out and potentially play some board games. And we walk in, and Kunal was like, "Dude, it smells like a Pokemon tournament in here." And I was like, "Yeah, man, there is one." And I pointed to the side. I was like, "There's the Swiss pairings." And sure enough, on the screen was Swiss pairings, and it was a TCG local.
That's tough.
Yeah.
They were like, what's funny is I wasn't even 100% before Canelo had made that statement that the Swiss pairings were for VGC, like, but it looked exactly like the Swiss pairings you see printed out at like a local. And
It
so
was
I was,
Tom, bro. It was Tom.
it was
It
Tom.
was Tom.
And so, yeah, sure enough, we just accidentally walked into a TCG like local. I think it was, I mean, I don't know if it was official or not. It was like it was the weekend. I don't know. Maybe it was a CP event.
Yeah, if they had
Probably a
Tom
league
pairings,
challenge.
it's probably probably the lowest tier, basically our PC equivalent, I think.
Hmm. It was so silly.
They've been running league challenges since July.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know
TCG
why we
equivalent
can't do that.
city.
Because they favor TCG.
A little bit. I
Some
mean,
people are like a third of the way to Worlds already.
the thing.
Lord.
So the one thing that I will always like give TCG credit for is like we are getting kind of capped by like we actually have like we're putting up bigger numbers. We are. It feels like we're growing and we're being capped in that regard. But the one thing that like I can always respect about TCG versus VGC is that like they do make them more money, especially like by going to the events. Like people will buy cards at the events, and like there's just more money to be made by hosting TCG events as opposed to VGC events. So that part I can at least understand, but it is still a little sad that we're just getting like so held back. I really
They make a lot of money off our entry fees.
that they are milking us in
Yeah.
that regard. Like we're paying $60 or $70 to sign up in the 4-second window that they give
Yeah, and they
us.
keep
Like
going up. They keep going up every season.
inflation. It's
Right.
inflation. I'm just
Right.
right.
But,
Yeah.
but no, you're right. You're right on them like making more money off of TCG. I think each even with the other two pillars, they make more money off of it because Go has like in-app purchases, it's got microtransactions, and so does Unite.
Well,
What does VTC
no,
have?
that's-
It has the DLC and like that's it.
that's not necessary. Well, the thing is, TCG is like tournaments are the only avenue to like experience the TCG pretty much. You can play Unite and Go without going to official tournaments, and
Yeah.
they make money off of those things and like like in-game transactions and stuff. But they make the money off of like non-tournament players too from that. And
That's
VGC is
true.
the same way. The games sell like crazy.
They do. Yeah.
They the casual player base is a lot bigger.
We also bring in
and
more
it's like-
stream. We bring your better stream numbers.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, we bring in better stream numbers when there's not a code for Pokemon Go. But
Yeah, they're like, what's
you
the code?
see,
What's
you
the
see the
code?
numbers when they advertise that they're gonna give a code on the World Stream. Their numbers like shoot up, and then as soon as the code drops,
Yeah.
they drop down.
As soon as
so
any
funny.
sort of exclusive prize gets involved.
That's awesome.
Um,
That's so funny.
But yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
to
I would-
respond to Burns' comment, what do you mean TCG doesn't have like an outlet to play? They have PTCG Live.
Oh, you're right.
That's the one.
Yeah, the one that
Okay.
everyone is upset about and is apparently not really good. I wouldn't know.
Wait, Birds,
I mean,
you've been
that's
playing
still-
you've been playing some cards lately, haven't you?
Yeah, I play live.
Okay, nice. I just remember you saying that you were playing it the other day. Yeah, is
Okay.
live awful?
By the way, yeah,
It's-
I'm being totally
it's awful.
totally sarcastic. Live is really bad.
Yeah, nice. Well, wait, how is
It
the
is-
new Yu-Gi-Oh one? I'm just asking, even though we're like, it's not
What?
really on topic. The
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh has
Yeah,
the
it
newest
was-
one, right?
Yeah, it's way better than live.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
okay.
but it's also like, I don't know. I stopped playing it because I went to the Japan trip and I'm basically about to move, so like, there's no.
I mean, it's just I can't play it on my phone. It takes up too much space.
Okay. All right, let's get back on track. We're talking about Pittsburgh, and it's coming up. I don't really know any about any of the other things that I need to mention before we start talking about the past ones. I already talked about the difficulty rating being 4 out of 5. It was just mainly because it was like it filled up quick, and so the people that are actually attending this are familiar with the game. There was no room for casuals to make it into this tournament, so it's going to be pretty sweaty, despite being like the last tournament of Regulation D. I think no. The what's the one? Barcelona maybe is the last tournament of Regulation D. Anyway,
We had another one in North America.
No, there's only one Reg D tournament in NA.
mhm.
That's this one, baby.
It is this one. So let's go all the way back to 2016. John, you know who won this one in Philly.
Do I?
I mean, maybe not off the top of your head, but when you see who won it, you know him.
My boy.
Wait, where's the link? Where's the link?
It's-
I know who won.
Yeah,
I know who it is.
yeah.
Hypnosis.
It's our boy Ken VGC.
Ken is
Am I right?
so.
Well, that's a
Ken,
name.
it was Ken. Yeah, Ken won over Chuppa in the finals back in 2016. And
Who won in 2014?
I didn't go all the way back. Was there?
Use the
Does
way
Ken have
back
a
sheet for that
database?
one.
Does anyone know? I mean, I know the answer, but
If Limit List doesn't have it, then Nugget Bridge surely has it.
it was won by Aaron Zhang.
Aaron
Oh.
Zhang.
Oh, really?
Terror.
What's his team?
Cybertron with his Goth Maw.
Was that
Really?
Was that his
Oh
first?
right, post worlds.
Was that team? Oh, I
That was
like
not his
that.
first. It was post Worlds, yeah.
And it was his second, third.
I think it was his second regional win.
Okay.
Maybe in Masters.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
He
Alex
won-
Only.
Yeah, he won like Massachusetts regional or something.
Okay.
He got like I think Bears fan won like one of the really old Philly tournaments,
Okay. Okay.
or maybe
That
he
would've
won
been,
like the year
cool, so-
before. I don't know.
Yeah. Since we got
I
Pedons
won't
here,
go back-
Pedons, was there anything else in the area that could be considered a past regional for this upcoming Pittsburgh? The only ones I have are these two Phillies.
I mean,
that
they
haven't-
definitely had Philly before 2014. I'm pretty sure. I think that was like one of the first ones that got split into flights.
Yeah, I just mean anything like more recent than like 2015 on Lancaster.
Lanc-
2015.
That was like an hour and a half out of Philly. I don't know if I want to count that. I mean, you probably do count it because
It's like somewhat in the area.
Yeah.
Who won that one?
that was won by Wolf.
Wolf. Oh, was that the one he won over Ashton with Parrish?
No, he
No,
beat Paul
was that-
Chua in the finals.
Paul
Was
Chua.
that
He
the one
was
where he
using-
ran? What was it? Nasty Plot, Thunderous for that one, or
No,
No,
it was he had sub. He had sub.
right,
Okay.
right.
It
I
was
don't know
like
about
it was
the
like
Nasty Plot.
chalk with both Kangaskhan and Gardevoir, and the Thunderous was like life orb.
Yeah,
sub
yeah.
with-
We gotta get
People
out of here
feel-
because we're speaking in alien terms to all of the new players.
Yeah, I am totally
Maybe-
lost, and I'm a boomer. So
It's crazy how we're all old heads and we get this, but
Yeah. Eventually, you guys will reach our stage, all the newer players. Although we do have a good number of old players listening in. Anyways, Ken won this
That's
one
true.
over
People
Chuppa.
people will be talking about like what won this upcoming tournament 10 years from now. Is like, oh, don't talk about that. That's boomer stuff.
Right? Yeah. No one cares. Like, bro, Chen Pao is literally old news. That guy got power crept 6 generations ago. Anyways, I don't think Ken is going to be attending this one. Ken is
I do not believe so.
definitely
No,
not. Chuppa, I do believe is going. Lorcy, I don't know. Nick, did Nick not get in? I think.
Nick got in. He got in on the second wave.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nails is going. Brady, no idea. Bake, I don't know. Toller, Jeremy. Is Jeremy
Yeah.
going? I should know the answer to that one, but I don't.
I don't feel like he is.
Oh, and then down here in 14th, I forgot that was another fun thing.
Yeah, it's me. Whoa.
John, I think
also top cut this tour.
I want people to know that like you can look at these results without knowledge of the metagame and just know that John's team is dog shit. Like you don't need metagame knowledge to look at this and be like, what the
Wow.
fuck was this guy
Yeah.
cooking? Look at this.
It's Parrish. It's Parrish. Your
Yeah.
he's
favorite.
got Radon. He's got Radon. I was like,
Okay,
I was like,
number
oh,
one, it does have a Murkrow, so that's definitely sign number one that it's not.
Bro, people
meta-
used Murkrow before
meta
Golden Go
competitive.
existed. That's crazy.
Bro.
Kevin,
Also,
you're
it
really-
still has Klefki, which was like,
Bro, people used Klefki before Combine Fluttermane existed. That's crazy.
we were
Bro,
having a
I'm too early for
discussion.
any of
Okay,
this.
we were having a discussion, in our chat the other day about like what was the worst Pokemon to ever be top 10 in usage. Murkrow is like one that rings like is more like a recent example. The only thing is like Murkrow might have been top 10 for exactly like San Diego, and then after that it wasn't. I don't think
I think it wasn't even by the time we got to San Diego.
I don't, yeah. I
it
feel
might have
like
been pushed out.
Maybe it was top
People
10 on the
thought-
first day, but it had like a horrible conversion rate.
Yes, it did. And so
I also
Uh,
only played it like once.
yeah, my favorite
So I don't-
my favorite one was not King Gambit, because it wasn't King Gambit. It was Bisharp. I think Bisharp was top 10 in
Bisharp.
2015. A lot of people use that.
It was
probably
top 10 at
for
some
a little
point.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did
At
really
some
definitely
point.
top 10 for a little bit.
Anyways, let's move on to talk about the next one. I've been delaying long enough. We've got the defending champion here of Philadelphia, or not of
yeah,
Philadelphia,
this guy.
of Pennsylvania.
The Pittsburgh defending champion.
No, yeah. The Pennsylvania defending champion. There you go.
No, is that a guy on the right I see?
What do you mean? What guy?
Okay,
Oh,
I've got
that guy.
I've got a hot take. I know
Mhm.
Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are in the same state, but I consider Philly East Coast and I consider Pittsburgh Midwest.
I'd have
I
to
think
look at a
these are
map.
two different regions.
I'd have to look at a map. I'm not very great with locations.
I am thinking and failing to come up with a counter argument, so I might have to agree with you.
I think it does sound reasonable, honestly.
I
But-
have no
I'm
horse
very
in this
excited
race,
for
so-
this Midwest tournament.
This Midwest
Pittsburgh,
tour.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you're gonna put the
Who's
mid and
excited for
Midwest,
this?
bro.
Mid tournament.
It's so true. You put the mid and Midwest, bro.
Wait,
You're
but
I'm a
Burns,
West Coast
Burns isn't
player.
even Midwest.
You're
anymore.
mid and you moved out west.
Yeah, Burns isn't even mid or west anymore.
I was never Midwest.
Is there a
Everyone's going to be in the Midwest here in a couple of weeks. So
Wait, is there actually a mountain range in between these two cities? Because then Burns is absolutely right. Is that?
Oh, I am absolutely right.
Dang,
I'm-
fact checked.
wait, really?
If the mountain range is there, then it's got to be true. Because guesses are that Pittsburgh did not exist in the colonial era,
Oh, guarantee.
but Philadelphia did for sure.
I don't think Kruwa is going to be going to this one. Kyle might be. Anosh, I don't think Anosh is going. Brian
Kyle's
Hume.
going.
Brian Hume's going.
Ryan is going.
No idea about Lanzano. Shout outs to Angel
you know-
for getting top 4 of this one. Love you, man.
Justin
And then
Krubak,
Burley.
will
Honestly,
not be
Burley
going.
is like not in the game anymore.
Yeah,
So
he's kind of fallen off,
I doubt it.
but he has
I
been in a
did-
couple of tours, so
He has been. He's played a little bit here and there.
I did do a fantasy football draft with him the other day.
Hell yeah. Who was your smart money in the fantasy football draft?
I don't know. I haven't checked the league since the draft.
Okay, so with that though, let's talk about smart monies. So I have not even
Were they
thought about
already?
it.
Damn, I haven't thought about this either yet.
I don't know
Hang
who
on.
I want to pick, but I'll go ahead and go down here.
I have to send you my ladder rating again, Alex. My ladder peak.
Anyway, so we'll start with Alex Nerdofnow, not this Alex, but the other Alex. Do you know who you want to pick for smart money?
Nope. I don't
Do
even
you
know
know
who's
who's
really going.
going? That's a good question.
Like,
I named a couple of
Uh,
players that were going, that were in those old
okay.
lists, and top players. If you want to pick any of them, also if you want to throw it to John,
Uh,
we can throw it to John.
are Ashton and Luca going at all? I'll pick one of them. if they're going.
I would say Luca's probably going.
I think Luca's going. I don't know about Ashton.
I don't know about Ashton.
Yeah, Ashton would have to get back in time. He was in Florida.
Luca King Gambit,
Luca King Gambit.
as
Alex.
Jody would call him.
You know what? I'll just go safe and pick Brian Yum
Oh yeah, Brian
Um,
is going.
because he certainly seems to. I think he seems to have found his team for it, and I have confidence, especially after was it Madison this year?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember
Milwaukee,
which one it
excuse me.
was. It was one of them.
I think it was Milwaukee, right?
Whatever. The
Milwaukee,
Wisconsin
yeah.
one. The Wisconsin one.
Whatever one I got
Yes,
top
yes, it
4
was
at,
Milwaukee
but
then.
I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah. So
Milky Walkie.
Milwaukee. I remember I used to call it Milwaukee. All right, John. Who's gonna be?
All right. Well, I'm glad he didn't take my pick. I think I'm going Tangang on this one.
Justin
uh,
Tang.
yeah,
Just like what Alex said with Brian, I think Justin was saying he found his team and he's like sticking with it and he's just gonna grind games with it. And I think that's like probably the best they could do. And also he's gotta send it out to him since he's trying to look for the 3rd regional win, and hopefully he can get it within his first year of competing. That'd be a pretty hefty list of accomplishments in your first year of playing for sure.
You could fill out the whole list on the stream overlay.
That's true.
Yeah, you would have.
I don't even know I could fill out the list.
You would have the 3 wins in that Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
That would be his 4.
So true.
Anyway, Burns, let's throw it to you.
All right, I'm gonna start a little trend, similar to John, but kind of a different route. I'm gonna go with Justin Knox,
Oh, no.
Okay.
45 mice.
Is he going?
He's going.
Okay.
So
If I had known
he-
that, maybe I would have picked him instead.
he top
That's
cut in
lame.
AIC, and like I think in AIC is typically a good tournament. If you like kind of pop off at it, you'll springboard into the next season pretty well. Like
Mm-hmm.
I did it 2018.
Yeah, he's
And in 2019, Kyle Livinghouse, he got top 8 in AIC, and then he ended up winning a Post Worlds regional.
sadly
um,
they took away the fall region, the fall regionals, so Burns couldn't do it in
Last-
2022.
Yeah, I couldn't do it last year.
Um,
But yeah, I think, and I've been seeing him pretty frequently in the very high ladder. Cough out. But yeah,
well,
I think he'll do well.
I have to really
He'll
think
be
about
sad.
it. Who do I want to pick? Where are you going to say, Burns? Though, go ahead. I cut you off.
Oh, I was saying he's missing. He's a big Indianapolis Colts fan apparently, and he's missing out. He like wanted to go to their opener this year because they have a new quarterback. But I think he'll have a better time here because I think their quarterback sucks.
Are the Steelers playing this weekend?
The Steelers are playing this weekend, and the hotel prices are like super expensive because of that.
Jeez, love that. If it's not Taylor Swift, it's football, huh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if Taylor was performing there too.
She's everywhere, bro. She's just
Dude,
everywhere.
the Pokemon Company probably hate her.
No, for sure.
She goes to everywhere.
Those event coordinators are just like, man, this lady again.
I would not be
Yeah,
surprised.
same
It's intentional.
places.
It's gotta be intentional.
Surprise
They're
concert in
different.
Japan.
Oh, there's like half the event coordinator crew is actually Swifties, so they put it in
Right.
I mean, maybe Taylor Swift just kind of like goes undercover at Pokemon events to spectate. Who knows?
What is the link under Toronto? Says CJ. It's not the. There's not any like big announcement for Toronto yet. It's just saying that Toronto registration is coming. Sorry, I don't normally show the doc, but I also don't care enough to hide the doc. It's not anything terribly secretive.
Yeah, we're just doing our smart money, so you get to see the
yeah.
doc.
So, yeah, my pick. I've been thinking hard about this, and I really cannot think of another Justin going. We just talked about Krubaugh is probably not attending. I think I would know if he was. I think Justin Pang. What's his username again? He's like long retired.
Justin Karras is going if you want to pick him.
Oh, Justin Karras is going? Oh, Justin Miranda. Okay, yeah, no, I don't believe that's a Masters player. We're talking about Masters.
I mean, you can smart money him to win seniors.
So true.
Yeah, I guess if that's all there is, I guess I'll have to go with Justin Burns, the defending champion. You know, gotta be running it back. You know, all these years later, with basically the same exact team. Sorry to spoil that for everybody, but Burns is running Toxicroak again.
How'd you know I'm bringing Kyogre?
It is in the decks.
And yeah.
It is in the deck.
Wait, actually, hold on. That is the only Pokemon you can run, is it not?
Yeah.
I can run Kyogre Toxicroak.
Yeah, you can run
Do you need
Lele.
anything else?
No, sorry, I meant Toxicroak is the only Pokemon you can run.
That's true. Toxicroak is the only
Yeah, with the
Pokemon on that
rules.
team I can run.
Yeah, all these other guys are illegal. But
Okay,
yeah,
we have Lele at home though. Indeed.
we do have Lele at home. All right, Burns, rebuild your team right now. Who we got? Pelipper, Chi-Yu.
Indeed.
Do we have
Yeah.
Chi-Yu?
Oh, we have.
first off?
I mean, we have
No,
Galar and
no,
Moltres.
Incineroar
Oh.
becomes Iron Hands.
Oh, and Sin becomes Chi-Yu.
No.
Like, it is the same
Yeah.
type,
Anything
I
is the
guess.
same.
But
I don't care. Just run the same types. We have Chi-Yu. We have Moltres. Wait,
what,
do we
you're
have
gonna
a
run
Steel and Rock?
Hatterene instead of?
Yeah, what are we gonna do for Stack Attacka?
He can run
What's our
Volleyball.
what's our Stack Attacka clone?
Is there a Steel
we
Rock
can-
type?
We can make the Iron Hands a Stack Attacka.
What? Now we're just really all right. Moving on though. That's it for our smart monies. We'll update you next week on how well we do, I guess. But now, let's talk about Regulation E coming out. We know so much about it. We do know at least some stuff though. Regulation E details have been released. Allows for Pokemon that were added in the teal mask to be used. And so, yeah, this is going to be running for quite a few events, because it also says here October 1st through November 30th.
Yep.
And so that is, wait, I wrote confirmed events October. October is not one of the events that this is being.
Fuck. I can't wait for October regionals.
What did I mean to write there? Probably I think there was a regional before.
Probably Peoria. Probably
October
Peoria,
colon.
man.
I don't have Peoria in here. That's probably what I meant to
That's
write.
probably Peoria, man.
Thank you.
Can't wait for October regionals.
Such a terrible location that it just gets replaced by the month, bro.
Okay. Peoria, Sacramento, Toronto, Lily or whatever. And then does anybody want to take a stab at that one?
I'm looking up on Wikipedia right now.
Dansk.
Dansk?
I'm
guessing the
calling it
G is. I'm
G-Dansk.
guessing the G is silent. It's like Dansk.
I'm
right?
calling it G-Danks.
G-Danks.
Danks.
It's gotta be Dansk.
According to Wikipedia, it's Gdansk.
Gdansk.
Ooh.
All right.
Good
Yo,
day.
I was close.
But and then LAIC, which LAIC is not to be confused with the Los Angeles tournament or the Louisiana IC.
tournament.
I'm talking about the tournament that I believe is being held in Brazil.
In Brazil.
That's
the one.
Yeah.
And not to be confused with OCIC, which had 3 players from LA in the top 4.
That's true.
True.
That tournament was canceled. And I'm sure that we've already talked about that probably last week.
We did do that.
Thanks, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, thanks Taylor Swift, seriously. Okay. So, yeah, I talked about the events that are going to be in this one. And yeah, I think Victory Road is just saying stuff. I don't know. My cope is that I want to buy completely into what they're saying here. We're talking about this line here in particular. Certain Pokemon are banned. The list will be announced later. And
The dumbest thing I've ever read.
yeah, it's got to be bait.
It means nothing.
But I'm completely
You can
buying
go
into
back.
it.
You can go back to the Reg D announcement on Pokemon Home, and literally the same line is there. Certain Pokemon are banned. There's
I
just
wanna bet you could-
we're banning
You could probably
Kyogre,
go back
guys.
to you could probably go back to like Series 12 in like Sword and Shield, and they'll have the exact same wording. Certain Pokemon are banned.
No, see,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
with you.
You can't use Mew and Jirachi.
I'm with
Yeah.
I'm with James on this one. Let me buy into the copium, please. Just let them do something crazy. Ban some Pokemon.
Like you can buy in the copium. You've got 9 days to continue to buy into the copium, and then you have to come back
Yeah.
to reality.
You gotta.
It's.
I hope you have a good week.
I'm gonna have a great week thinking about this fake format that's not gonna come to be.
I'm not saying you can't buy into the copium. I'm saying that's not necessarily a line to indicate it. It doesn't confirm nor deny it. So.
Yeah.
So best case scenario is it just get rid of the home transfer mons, and the worst case scenario.
It already the rules announcement already includes you can use Pokemon transferred from Pokemon Home.
Oh,
There's
so you're here to spoil the fun, huh?
No,
I'm
that
here
just
to spoil
means
the
that they're
fun.
gonna keep the like nobodies from Pokemon Home. We're gonna still be able to use Basket Legion and
and Sneasler. I can still Dark Claw put you to sleep.
Sneasler and Weirdeer, or whatever. Hisui and Braviary. Those guys are cool. But anyway.
Ooh, Deltron has a good idea. DLC mons banned. So Ogrepawn banned.
Prob DLC mons banned. They don't want to spoil. Wait, what?
Well, they have 3 DLC mons on the
Ogie Dogie,
graphic for it.
Serendipity, and Monkey Dory banned.
I guess
Monkey
maybe the new
Donkey.
ones, but they show like Snorlax, Milotic, and Vikavolt for the image for it. So at least
They
those
are saying
can.
Pokemon. They did also say Pokemon obtained in the Teal Mask.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing. That
Can be used
regulation
in
is
Reg E.
definitely saying Teal Mask mons are in.
Okay, but let's talk about is Milotic even good, guys?
No,
yeah,
moving
so
on.
that we can move on to talking about the mons in the list now. So we know the typing of some Pokemon. We're not going to be talking about like leaks and stuff, and so
Right.
especially because like some things might not be confirmed. But
I've already looked at the leaks myself.
of
to kinda
course,
need to do
I
the
looked at the
damage
leaks as
calc,
well.
so,
I think we all have.
I think we've all looked
I
at
have
the
it.
leaks.
No, no,
We're
no,
not
no,
allowed
no,
to
no.
say. We're not allowed
I
to
have
Okay,
it
can I
the
go on a
leaks.
quick tangent, not related to any of the
Oh,
content of the
allow me
leaks?
to
I just want
spoil
to say,
everything for you.
I just want to
No.
say, like, I've seen a couple of people in circles say that, like, if you really want to get ahead of the game, you need to, like, look at the leaks ahead of time. You don't need to.
It's true.
I've been out of this game for like a couple of a good number of people have been out for the entirety of Gen 8 and were able to pick up the game right away in Gen 9. You don't need to look at the leaks at all. If you want to go in blind, go in blind. If you want to look at the stuff ahead of time, that's fine. Just don't feel
The
like you
leaks
need to.
also currently have nothing of value. So
There's nothing
That's
big
that's
in there.
true. That's true.
We're
Don't
still
worry about
waiting we're still waiting on stuff that's actually interesting and noteworthy. So
Yeah, most of the stuff. No, I'm not gonna say that. No, never mind.
that's all good.
They
Yeah,
got
we
it.
do know the abilities of these top 3, and they seem dog. They seem bad.
They do seem bad.
I don't know if they're necessarily
abilities,
bad. They're just kind of there.
Their abilities. Again, we talked about it a while ago, but it's basically like poison touch, but toxic. It has a chance to toxic the opponent on any move, maybe something like that. I don't know. With the rate that the format is playing at right now, I don't think we're in a toxic type format. Maybe we are in a toxic format, but not the
Yeah,
The
move.
toxic team is back. It's true.
Yo,
You can get that in a sec.
Strats?
We don't know. Yeah, Lunar Blessing. No, James.
Okay,
Don't
no,
worry.
no.
Cresselia is banned. We're coping.
No, dude, we have that move that heal blocks, right? Does it stop the Lunar Blessing part too?
I think it does.
I think it would stop the whole move.
Um,
but also,
think it
John,
should.
that move
Like,
doesn't come
would
till
at
later.
least.
Yeah, Psychic
What?
Noise is DLC too.
It's DLC 2, bro.
yeah, we can probably check that
Yo.
real quick because they would have programmed in heal block stuff. I think back in Sword and Shield,
This
so
game sucks.
it might still be there. They did it for like a couple moves. I don't know if that included.
We know,
Oh, he
like,
died
we
again.
know, like, Pollen. Oh, he's gone.
Who's gone?
Alex, other Alex is
Okay,
gone.
I have
Oh.
not opened tabs. That is the second time I did that.
I thought it was
It's okay.
me that was gone. I was like, me?
So we
I'm still in the
know
call.
we know that heal block blocks both Pollen Puff from being used and from being received. So I imagine Lunar Blessing like always fails if there's like a heal block Mullen involved.
That will be hyped when it is a thing, but in the meantime, we're waiting on that one.
Yeah, that's not a thing. Well, we'll talk about that in tub takes in like.
Yeah.
4
So
months.
Diplin
Yeah.
is not like a form of another Pokemon, whereas
It is
It's
an
an
evolved Applin. It is an Applin.
It's a new
that's
evolution of
evolved.
Applin. It has a move that slows you down for like 3 turns, and an ability that lowers evasion on switch in. It'll do some silly degenerate stuff in the 1300s on low ladder. I don't think anything else is going to be coming out of this Pokemon.
If it's anything like the Applin's other evolutions, it just won't have the stats to compete. And Grass Dragon is like kind of dog.
Yeah.
Like so that's pretty much my take on this Pokemon. I
Look,
also
you
don't
can get.
like know what else it would have to make it worth using.
We know it has that ability that lowers evasion, right? Was that
Yep.
in the trailer?
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah. You switch that in and click hypnosis with stuff. It's fun.
Did they say
That
whether
is
And then
fun.
you've then spent your whole turn clicking hypnosis and switching them on, bro. Like
Yeah, or just lead it.
Yeah,
and
just
click
lead it. Just
hypnosis.
lead it and do some silly things.
okay, that's
Instead
better.
of, you get like super duper nasty plot or something. I don't know.
Right. Have they said if it's like a single use thing or if it's like multiple use for was it super sweet syrup?
The attack or the
my
ability?
guess
Are you talking about the attack or the ability?
the
The ability.
I'm pretty sure it's just an intimidate clone for
I think
evasion.
I think it's
Because
intimidate.
the weird because like so it has a little weird wording like an extra dialogue box in the game that says a super sweet aroma is wafting from the syrup covering Diplin. And I'm thinking that might mean that it's a single use ability. In which case, it's even more dog shit than we thought.
That would be
That
bad.
sounds
That's
sounds
true.
more like an aura ability rather than
Right. Well,
I don't think it's a single use ability.
I don't know.
It would be
It
funny
seems-
though
it seems
if
more fused.
you switch it in on a.
Wait. So
yeah,
wait. Okay, so the wording here actually makes me think even more so. It says when Diplin first enters the battle, the scent of its syrup
Oh.
spreads across the battlefield, lowering the evasion.
Mm.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that might be
And
bullshit.
Diplin is like super bad.
All right,
Oh,
next
man.
next mon. Moving on.
Yeah, Poltergeist. Okay, so
Right.
Poltergeist has Poltegeist's stats, which aren't that impressive to begin with.
I don't know if it's Poltegeist stats. It might have Sinisty stats instead because it says it's a
We can't talk
convergent
about that. We
evolution
can't
one.
talk about
No,
that.
no, no. They said it. They said it on the thing.
No,
said it
sorry,
in
I'm
the-
not talking about its stats being leaked or not. It's just that all alternate form Pokemon like this have had the same stat line as.
Right, but it says here it may resemble Sinisty at a glance. It's not saying it resembles Poltegeist.
okay.
So that makes me think that it has Sinisty stats.
Oh, okay. I see what you're putting down.
I mean, something's gonna have
hopefully it has an
something's
evolution.
gonna have Poltegeist stats.
yeah.
Gotcha, yeah. But it's another
Um,
grass ghost, and it seems pretty mid. The ability sounded cool. It was like heals on switch in or
Heals
something.
on switch in. I guess if it's following the same pattern as Diplin, it's not actually so good, unless it's.
I don't know though,
multi-use.
because here it doesn't specify first. It says when a Pokemon with disability enters the battle. So I think
Then
that one might be a
probably
repeat.
makes it better. But like, at the same time, are you really going to use a mon that has like Poltegeist stat line
No.
Right.
on a grass ghost
The,
type?
the last thing I will say with regards to the cope is that both of these mons are just weak to Fluttermane, which is awesome. And so that's why Fluttermane is not going to be allowed in this format, because none of these Pokemon are going to be viable if Fluttermane or Shifu are still allowed to be played.
God,
So
I
that
don't even know
Ninetales guy,
what
right?
happened there.
We will get to talking about Ninetales pretty soon, actually.
will,
Okay,
we will.
so we have a new Intimidate Pokemon in Arbok. And
Yo,
Yeah.
Infinite Mons.
Let's go.
And it resists
Pokemon that
Fluttermane.
needed an evolution got nothing.
it resists. Yeah, no, it does resist Fluttermane too, right? Crazy.
Yeah, you switch it in on. You can switch it
Why
into
did-
Hands Flutter.
Dude, why did Bisharp?
Yeah.
Why did Bisharp and King Gambit? Why did Bisharp and Duraludon get evolutions? Arbok is dying out here.
So it's not just Arbok. It's like all the Hoenn Pokemon are also dying out there, and they haven't touched them since Oras.
They don't need to, bro. They had Oras. That was 3 gens ago. They don't need to do that for another.
Yeah, and they
2
got
gens.
rid of all the Megas.
No,
They're
they
not
don't
here
need to do that
anymore.
for
They
2
need them
gens.
again.
Good. Keep him gone.
No.
Don't ever bring back Megas.
So
I only
we
take my Megas in the form of evolved Pokemon.
we have Clefairy and Clefable, both relatively noteworthy. Clefable bringing Unaware plus Follow Me is pretty cool for Pokemon like Dondozo, which isn't the most common
Oh
right
my
now,
God.
but
New Dozo counter. What?
yeah, a little bit. And then
Oh, true.
Clefairy is another Friend Guard Follow Me Pokemon. We do have Mousehold as is, but it's a bit bulkier than it, and also has the Fairy type, which is pretty strong. It has some like okay utility. Maybe it has Life Dew again, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has Heal Pulse or whatever. Some things that
okay,
Mousehold
guys.
can't quite do.
When Alex says utility, he means the Sing move.
Yeah, I do mean that one, because it's
Right.
gonna be really good when you switch in your Applin, your Diplin, and then you click Sing after their evasion's lowered. Yeah. No.
Bye,
I
That's
was
the right
really
idea.
upset
Give
when that
Clef
move
Lunar
got
Blessing.
popular in Gen 8.
Give Clef Lunar Blessing. That would be heat.
Yeah, it's fitting. It's thematic.
Yeah. So let's
Actually,
talk
sure.
about the next one, and this one's actually cool on both ends. I don't think Alolan Ninetales is separate because it's the same Dex entry, but both Ninetales forms will be here, and I think both will have the chance to shine. A lot of people have been talking about Alolan Ninetales. The thing that is Mon is doing right now is it now has a defense increase from Snow, which is really cool. Somebody else pointed out to me that back in the day, Alolan Ninetales was kind of run without any other hail abusers, and so it was chipping your own Pokemon with hail damage. But now it's not chipping your own Pokemon with the hail damage. And then lastly, its typing is like not bad right now. It actually walls Chenpao's stabs, funnily enough, on top of having a defense boost. So
Yeah.
it seems
Chenpao does like 40% max with Sacred Sword on like no bulk investment Ninetales. It's pretty amazing, honestly, to look at. So I'm excited to try things out with that Pokemon. The Kanto version is like probably just like a different source of sun. I'm not sure it's really that much better than Torkoal. I think Torkoal is typically preferred for its like vastly better offense. But I mean, if they put in Cherim.
Oh my god, shut up. All right, now I'm taking the mic from you. Okay, so no, I do think that
I don't know. Hear him out.
I do think Kanto Ninetales is going to be pretty fire, no pun intended, but actually intended. Like Protosynthesis Mons are crazy, and if they're still allowed, then I don't see why Ninetales wouldn't be just a strong pick, especially because a number of the Protosynthesis Mons are just Sun Abuser, or not Sun Abuser, or Speedy Pokemon. And so like Flutter Mane, like, it can pair all right with Torkoal, but it has to deal with the fact that it's that's slow. And so I think that Ninetales just gives a lot of other options for Sun, and I think that it's going to be very strong in both forms.
Best thing about those two Pokemon is they both have Hypnosis, so that Diplin stock's going up.
Yeah, I really
no.
I'm a big fan of Alola Ninetales design wise. I kind of sworn it off ever since it failed to KO a certain Garchomp with Blizzard.
That was so silly.
But it's a cool Pokemon.
Moving on, we've got Politoed bringing more weather options, and I think that is fun. I think Pelipper is really strong, especially right now with how much Amoonguss there is, and it's also nice to hit Urshifu with Hurricane. So, yeah, Politoed's going to have to find a niche in other moves, mainly looking at things like Encore or Perish Song. Those are some of the things that it does best, so it's going to be decent.
It also gets Hypnosis.
No, can we stop talking about Hypnosis, bro?
I think it's kind of important to note that with the information we have right now, Politoed doesn't have Scald. I don't know how much that affects its usage, but I feel like that,
Wasn't Melodic the one showed using Scald in the trailer?
Right, but that was in the Indigo disc, so we don't know. Well, one, we don't know if it's going to be a TM or if it's just locked to Milotic, and two, we don't know if it's going to be in the Teal Mask DLC or if it's not until it comes with the Indigo disc DLC. So
these cowards refusing.
James,
to
I'm
play
sorry.
Brought this guy on. None of us knew that detail until you brought it up.
All right, so James, I'm reading that, and maybe my age is showing, but I do not know what any word in that sentence means. I'm reading it, and I'm just like, what is he talking about?
What is man
It's
saying?
his paycheck within the DLC without taking a bullet.
What? I'm lost. I think we're just too old. All right,
Bro,
Snorlax.
I'm the youngest out of all of us, and I don't get it.
Snorlax is Toad is. I know Toad is Politoed. Shut up, I'm
Hope that helps.
Okay, Snorlax is here, and
probably
it gets Heavy Slam. That's the cool thing. It doesn't have a good normal stab ever since Return has disappeared. Yeah.
I mean,
and it gets Double Edge. It still gets Double Edge, right?
It's got Double Edge.
It had Double Edge and Sword and Shield. I don't know if it still has it now.
Oh, wait a minute. I just realized we got another Follow Me user. Furret?
Yo,
Wait
it's
a minute.
Furret hours.
Bro,
Okay,
somebody's
but
going to tell me,
anyone
does it
actually
get Hypnosis?
Someone needs to tell Duck Pond for its coming back.
I don't think it
No,
gets Hypnosis.
no,
It might
Or
get Yawn.
Sentret.
It might get Yawn? I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I remember
Furret
Duck
has,
used to run my, the one team that Groudon Lunala team, but with Sentret on it, right?
I think Sentret's just like he really likes the Pokemon Sentret.
It's lit. I like it, too. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
Why didn't he needs to have a Sentret plush when he's judging events?
That would be cool.
I'm gonna be
Really
honest.
nice
The one
stuff
time I've heard someone use Sentret or Furret was back in like 2016 when I saw Grant Weldon use like an Aqua Tail Furret on his Kyogre team to KO opposing Groudon.
No.
That was like a local or something, and that's it. I have never seen Furret otherwise.
No.
All right, I want to
Bro.
ask John and John alone on this next one. John, do you think
Uh-huh.
do you think Ambipom's going to be viable?
No.
Cool. Moving on.
Here's
Wait, why did we skip over Hypnosis user
Noctowl.
Noctowl?
Because it's not
Because
viable.
we skipped
Moving
over
on.
Hypnosis user Noctowl. Thank you. Next
He
question.
gets Hypnosis.
All right,
That's
hold on.
another
Next
Hypnosis
Pokemon, Yanmega. Does this mon learn
Yes.
Hypnosis? Yes.
Yes. And is it viable? And it's not
Absolutely.
a flying type.
Okay,
Speed Boost Hypnosis sounds sick.
bro. Okay, wait a minute.
Someone got
Oh.
Squirrel Boy on dial. Let's
No,
ask
no,
him.
it's all about that tinted lens.
You see, the thing is, John, I was originally going to do a Ninetales, a Lola calc. I planned this at the beginning of the episode, but now I think I want to do a Yanmega calc. I've got a good Yanmega one.
All right, you do that. I'm gonna steal your Lola Ninetales calc.
Okay.
All right,
I tried to
let's
Go ahead.
scroll down and see what else gets Hypnosis.
Dude,
Most-
all right, we have
I
to
just wanna
stop
say
at
before we, like, move on to
Gliscor.
something else. Before we
don't
move on to
think
something else, I just want to say like,
Gliscor-
here we'll go ahead. We can keep talking.
Gliscor sure is a Pokemon when Landorus exists.
Yeah.
Okay, can I complain about something real quick?
Yeah.
This Cerebi webpage, It like
Oh
lists
yeah,
all
yeah.
the
I just did
Pokemon,
that a
right?
moment ago.
I
You-
want to
you try
click.
on the Pokemon.
I want to click
Yeah.
on these Pokemon to see their stats or like move pool or whatever, and it redirects to their SV page, which doesn't exist yet.
Oh,
Come on,
come
Cerebi.
on, come on.
Yo, Joe
What are
Manic
you
wouldn't
doing,
lie.
Joe?
What the heck?
Are you
I
wanting
am
to
so
check?
mad at Joe.
Do you want to
This
check Gen
website's
7
terrible.
or Gen 8?
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
I don't want to type. I don't want to manually change the URL from SV to Swish.
That's too much work.
That's
I
just
agree.
bad
Swish,
web
Swish?
design.
Okay.
Classic Joe.
So Mamoswine
That's
is
like
here.
kind of a real mon. That's
Is
like
it?
actually
It
kind
is,
of
but
a
it
real
isn't. If it gets headlong rush, we'll talk.
The
No,
Mem- the
no,
Memo
you
slime.
don't understand. It's like a physical wall now. You run it with the Alolan Ninetales, it just has massive fizz.
It does get Snowcloak. It does get Snowcloak.
Oh my god, no, we're not doing the Articuno thing with Mamoswine.
Okay, but you can run thick fat and just not die to Chi-Yu.
That
Ooh,
would be
well,
pretty
Totally.
funny.
You
No, I
totally
think-
don't die to Chi-Yu.
Neutral damage from
Can't die to
Chi-Yu,
Chi-Yu
big
if
win.
you avoid it.
that's
Actually,
true, just-
252 plus specs overheat, bro. Can you live that?
Shift
You're the
Tree.
nerd face.
Shift Tree is going to be a great pair with the Sun teams. No. Crawdont.
That's a Pokemon.
Adaptability
exist.
is not actually that cool with Terra. Dusclops is fun. I don't know. Like, the thing is Dusclops is getting introduced in a meta where the Tapus of years past are now dark types. And
Okay,
so-
does it get hypnosis? Does Dusclops get
Oh,
hypnosis? I don't
shut
think
up!
It
I
does
do
not,
not think it gets
bro.
hypnosis.
I don't think it actually does. I think Abai is capping.
No, it does not.
No.
It does not.
My Logic does get hypnosis.
Ame is capping is for sure.
Chimecho might.
Chaneko
Milotic-
definitely has it.
Milotic does get
Um,
coil hypnosis. Yeah. Okay,
Dang.
so Dusclops does seem kind of fun though. Like honestly, it can take a it could live all those like Z moves that were super effective. I'm sure it could take a Dark Pulse from Chi-Yu, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, moving down though, past Milotic, I wanted to talk about Conkeldurr just because it was pointed out the other day by somebody that Urshifu has the same bulk as Conkeldurr. Like
Is
they
it
just have the
really?
same
Yeah, this
bulk.
guy's gone. This guy's dead in
No.
a ditch.
No shot.
Yeah,
This guy's
that's
actually just
bad.
dead in a ditch.
Conkeldurr
Can we
and
get
Urshi-
some?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the same bulk.
Can we get some
Conkeldurr-
07 in
way.
the chat?
Oh my god, poor Con.
Yeah, Conk is so dead. It has the same defenses as Urshifu, but none of the cool stuff that Urshifu does. Like, jeez, it does have guts.
Even if
I do-
it didn't have to worry about Urshifu, it has competition with Iron Hands. Like,
yes, it does that too.
this
You're
thing
right.
just can't win.
No,
poor-
I do
poor
want to
Pokemon.
give Conkeldurr a shout out for making it until like the Sword and Shield DLC to get power crept.
it did have
did-
it did
yeah.
hold its own in Gen 8.
He
You're
did
right.
He did have a strong. He did have a very strong 3.5 generations.
I don't know. I don't know about 2018. I didn't see much Conkeldurr back then.
We'll,
wait,
we'll
wait,
give
wait,
it to
wait.
him. Ashton used Conkeldurr. We'll give it-
Wait.
You know what?
Someone,
If it's
someone
actually
fact
sure.
check. It has the same bulk as Passimian. Someone fact check that.
No way. I'm not. Okay, you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
I can't look.
Someone in chat said so. I don't know, bro. But Passimian's never been viable, so like, who knows, right? Am I lying
It
on
would
that
be
one?
funny though. If they
No
just
cap. Okay.
The Simeon also has like 100 base attack. So
100 HP, 90 defense.
Okay,
No.
little
No.
different.
Not quite. Not quite. I wouldn't count that. Close, but not quite.
Okay. Moving on, we have one of my personal favorites, Chandelure.
Yeah, what do you guys
But-
say about this mod? I was kind of thinking about it for a minute.
I'm thinking Chi-Yu has like basically the same stat line, except
It gets hypnosis, right?
better. This does not get hypnosis.
Unfortunate. This
It
thing
does-
almost had Shadow Tag.
Yeah,
It would
okay.
be really sick with
Bro,
Shadow Tag.
If this thing had Shadow Tag now,
Oh
it's
man.
I'd be
probably
down.
broken. It's probably still broken.
It's probably still broken.
Shadow Tag is
I-
so broken.
I do want to give you a fun fact. Chandelure has the same special attack stat as pre-nerf Chi-Yu.
Yeah,
Mm,
and I thought that was too good, so they nerfed it.
Big
and Chi-Yu
145.
is still pretty good.
You know,
That's
that's
attack
my
1.01.
copium. That's my copium. If they can nerf Pokemon in the launch patch, they can nerf Pokemon in the DLC patch.
Ooh, okay.
So-
Down or buff
so
some of these
I'm
guys.
not-
Imagine
I'm
some of
not
these guys
buying it.
gets buffs. This would be cool.
So
That's
looking
cool.
at some stuff that Chandler may be able to do over Chi-Yu, Imprison, Memento,
Moving
Ally
on.
Switch. Right?
I don't think I
Well,
want to click
actually-
Memento with my 145.
No.
special attack.
Actually, what if this mon still has minimize, guys? That's a stop
Moving
immune
on.
minimize user.
But it's not heavy
Moving
slam
on.
immune.
I want to
Let's-
steal a quote from Nick on this next one. Mandibuzz. Nails was like, dude, Mandibuzz would have been a top mon in Series 1. And
It sure would have.
it would have been so sick there. And now here we are.
Now here we
Trevenant
are.
was actually, funnily enough, the Pokemon that started my Series 1 or my copium for Regulation E or whatever. Is I was like, oh, Trevenant was kind of cool, like mildly cool in 17. It wasn't like big or good or anything, but it was just like, yeah, I look at Trevenant and I'm like, that sure is a Pokemon that's coming into Regulation D and going to be completely unusable.
Dude, Trevenant was sick in Series 12.
And so like
I want a World Cup game with Trevenant.
that's awesome. It's just like it is a Pokemon that is not going to be allowed. I don't even know why Nails is saying 8. I think he's talking about the number of Pokemon that are going to be viable from the DLC, and I
Right.
think that is right.
I do also want to say that Trevenant was like the original Grass and Ghost, and I thought it was so cool that they were finally adding a Grass and Ghost.
Yeah,
And then they kept adding Grass and Ghost Pokemon, and I'm like, I'm so
didn't
sick
stop.
of these.
They were like, what if it was?
They did it with Grass and Dark as well.
It's literally the new like firefighting.
It really
starter.
is though. They were like, what if it was a plant but dead? Like,
They did the same thing with Grass and Dark because you have like Meowscarada, you have Brute Bonnet, you have Roachien. They're bringing
Okay,
back
that's
Shiftry.
fine.
We have
They did
Catcher in the
it
game.
way more. They did it way more with Grass and Ghost.
They literally have every Grass and Dark type in this game right now. Like after the DLC, they'll
Yeah,
have every
but
Grass
they,
and
like,
Dark
They
type.
they
don't,
made
no. They don't have Cacturn, bro.
Cacturn.
What? Yeah, they have Cacturn.
They
Going
didn't.
nuts.
They went like 6 gens without making another Grass and Dark, and they're like, "All right, we got to catch up. Here's 3 of them. That's fine."
Right.
They've literally been making like 3 new Grass Ghost
It's-
types
it's
every
like
gen
one
for the
Grass
past
Ghost every
10
gen.
years.
Bro, we got a
Fair
firefighting
enough.
this gen. I forgot. Tauros.
That's true.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
next
but that
Pokemon,
wasn't
we
really
cannot
real.
skip straight to Vikavolt. We have to stop and salute Charjabug, who is basically just the ruin abilities, but you know, on an NFE. So this guy was
Hey.
cool when it was the thing. I mean, you can use Stonjourner too.
Listen, Charjabug may not be a fully evolved Pokemon, but it sure is cute. Which I don't think you can say about evolved Pokemon.
It is honestly, it is really cool. It's literally the bus bug.
Plus,
Batteries
Yeah,
of Ruin.
everyone that watched Tommy's 2017 streams knew how sick Charjabug was.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, wait, Vikavolt wouldn't have any weaknesses if it Terran Electric.
I think it wouldn't
Wow,
have any
you
reason
know?
to be Terrifier.
Or Terrafire, yeah, Terrafire too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they Terrifier.
Okay.
Novel
Komo
concept.
Komo was when I was making a list of the Pokemon in this DLC or whatever that seemed viable. Komo was the one that I was like drawing the line at. Komo and Snorlax. They're the Pokemon that I could see maybe making a splash in the new metagame. But I don't know. Komo has 2 sets that are interesting. It has Clangorous Soul Blade. It's Clangorous Soul, right?
Yeah, it's called Clangorous
yeah.
Soul.
That could be interesting, and the Iron Defense Body Press, if it still has that, could be interesting. If they just because those are, I think Komo is a Pokemon that can really use Terra. But even then, it is starting off with a 4x weakness to Fairy in a metagame that has Fluttermane, and so
Yeah.
we'll see.
So my take on
I-
Komo. Go ahead, Burns.
I was just saying, I miss when like the unfair Pokemon were at least really funny, like Komo. Like whenever you pull off the Clangorous Soul Blaze, that was just hilarious.
Yeah.
And now like the unfair stuff is just clicking Dazzling Gleam and Heat Wave with Fluttermane and Chi-Yu, and that's that's like way more boring than like clicking the funny spread Z move that gives you an Omni boost.
I mean, I don't know about you.
And
I
then
get a
die
nice
and then
feeling
die to
that-
like Dazzling Gleam from Tapu Koko on the next turn.
So
that part's funny first.
Como does have some good abilities that Whimsicott BGC pointed out. I was thinking Overcoat as soon as I saw it, just because If you're using it as like an Iron Defense body press mon, again, that's tentative on it still having those moves. It would love to be able to ignore the redirection from Amoonguss. And back in the day, it
And
used
then you
soundproof to
can-
dodge like hyper voice, but hyper voice is not really seen. Sound moves are very uncommon, and bulletproof is
hold on.
blocking like sludge.
Yeah,
on
the
a
bigger
cannonball.
one. Hold on.
They
the-
used
the
it to
bigger one
block
dodge-
each other.
Right.
Oh,
I was gonna say. 'Cause it
you're
blocks the
sorry.
Soul
I
Blades and
completely
Cleaning
forgot
Skills.
about that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical on Como myself because if you think about it, it's a Pokemon that's got Iron Defense, Body Press, and has Bulletproof. We already had one in the meta already, and it was Chestnut, and it was Dog. So, and it wasn't even Quad Beast
Okay,
Fairy at the
this one
time.
has way more stats though.
No,
It's
this
also...
isn't Chestnut.
Okay,
If you're
alright.
going just Iron Defense, Body Press, that's
No,
Okay,
no,
I
no,
think
no.
I feel like Overcoat's the better ability though. Like,
It probably is, but
Okay,
I don't know.
so here's
Oh,
my
wait.
take on this Pokemon.
dude was already a grass type also.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah.
Nah,
it
James
my
has
turn
probably
now?
got the right
what's
take
the-
here. Go ahead, John, but I was just agreeing with what James
Okay,
is saying.
so
Go ahead.
we're thinking about like we're all talking like okay, we could do Clangorous Soul Step. I think that's fine. I think that one's okay. But like when we come to Iron Defense Body Press, the nearest thing I can think of is Goodra, and we all know how that one turned out. So I do
Alright,
not have
Clangorous
faith
Soul
in
it
this
is.
Pokemon. I do not have faith in this Pokemon to do an Iron Defense Body Press better than Goodra. can do.
Gudro did seem like it could be something, and then it wasn't.
Now I
I
will
also
say
just got 5 ads, so like I feel like we might be.
Talking to Noah.
Nah,
Might be
we're
on-
okay.
might be
I
nobody.
got nothing. I got no ads. I got
Okay.
So that's
I don't have- Chat open, so
I think. Oh wait, no, we talked about the Pokemon. I forgot. This is the last thing we got to do is talk about the TMs. So
Wait, we didn't talk
Oh,
about
boy.
Cramorant.
I did
we
not
didn't
want to
talk
talk
about
about
Cramorant.
what
Cramorant.
do we
John.
talk about Cramorant for?
It was really fun playing Cram and Unite. Like Kunal was really good at Cram.
Yeah, true.
I
Cram
think
was like a
Cram's pretty
lit
good in
Pokemon.
Lost Box too.
Very
Lost Box
skill
Cram,
expressive.
pretty
It's
Unite
still very
character.
good in Lost Box. Very
Yeah.
unskill expressive in the TCG.
but it's funny.
Okay, so let's talk about these moves that are coming. These were officially released in a Famitsu article. The 5 moves that I'm seeing here are Grassy Glide, Burning Jealousy, Poltergeist, Lash Out, and Toxic. Let's just talk about them in order, and we're getting right to the juice. Grassy Glide.
Let's go Grassy Glide. Thank God.
The
I
big
We
wanted
are
to
Dragon.
leave
so back.
Urshifu's
We
man.
are so back, baby.
I wanted to leave
Never been
Urshifu's off the face of the earth.
We've never been so back. Oh man.
And it's going to be legal for the what is it, Barcelona, the Reg D Europe tournament.
Mm.
Oh, man.
That would be so funny. I hope the moves are legal for that because that would
Yeah,
just be like
assuming they don't do a complex ban, which they may.
Sometimes they
They
do,
might.
but
they
other times
banned
don't.
tutor moves for like the last few SM regionals.
I know at least Japan has been banning Trick Room female NDDs, so I mean it's not completely out of the picture. So
And they really, I thought they just gave up on that.
Yeah,
I think they gave up on Worlds, but everything else they didn't. So
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, but now the thing is do you think this move is good on not Rillaboom Pokemon?
dude, people were
Or is
talking
it
about
bad?
it for like Breloom or something, and I'm like, that means you have
The
to run it with a
Breloom
Rhythm.
was funny. Was so funny though.
you know, I don't hate it on Breloom, but
The
I
nerf
don't
gives
know.
it Technician now.
Yes,
No,
it does.
I just feel like you're just better off
Right.
using Bullet Seed, man. Like
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, but it's priority.
Yeah,
Not
Priority
when you're
with
using it.
Rillaboom.
It's
need to run-
priority,
you
and
need
you
to-
get to use a real item.
you have to run another Pokemon to get the terrain.
Yeah, run double
Right.
grass. It's fine.
No. No man, no.
On that note, I would
You're
say
in an Urshifu
maybe
meta anyways.
I could
That's
see
true.
maybe as like a funny people who have been running like Rillaboom, Amoonguss. I could see them as a funny giving it to Amoonguss. But that is assuming Rillaboom just doesn't get it anymore, which we don't know. I could see them maybe not giving it to Rillaboom anymore, but also this is Game Freak we're talking about, so bit of a mixed bag there.
It would be really nice if it got it. Funnily enough, even though it's going to be like a strong Pokemon that's going to see a lot more usage, I would just be happy to see Grassy Glide come back because of how much pressure it puts on both Fluttermane and Urshifu. Pokemon that
Yeah.
just feel way too strong. Even Chenpao, like, they end up with a kind of interesting dynamic. Like there's Ice Spinner that might make a more of a comeback if Grassy Glide is around, but that means that if you chip the Chien-Pao with some other move, you can Grassy Glide it for the KO. And so, yeah, there's just a lot of interesting things that Rillaboom might be able to do when it has Grassy Glide. It might be able to help keep some of the Pokemon that are, like, it's like a top 10 Pokemon, but some of the Pokemon in the top 10 above it are just so annoying and could be checked by this guy getting Grassy Glide back. For everybody
Yeah,
else, no, it's just Cap. Next move, though, Burning Jealousy. Huh.
Next move.
Yeah, right?
I'm not sure if this one's good.
It's not.
That was the air. That was
I'm mixed on it.
This was the max airstream hotfix in Sword and Shield.
It was.
and it like
Right.
barely fixed it. If it fixed it at all, I don't think it did.
Like on one hand, I don't see it being very good, but on the other hand, we did see a lot of different Pokemon. Well, not a lot, but a good portion of Pokemon who don't normally use like boosting moves, like Dondozo, utilize them at Worlds. So at the very least, even if it's not used very much, the fact that someone could run it may be enough to shift the metagame itself.
That it would be a funny way to hit Dondozo, and then people start running Water Veil Dondozo.
Yeah, they're just gonna
Right.
start running one.
Or people start protecting
Oh
turn
my
1 with their
God.
Dondozo.
They would also just protect. Yeah, that's also crazy.
Yeah.
Moving
just
on.
went
Yeah,
Pain
no, I
instead.
agree with Burns' original take. Moving on.
Yeah,
Poltergeist.
I think
if they give this to the right Pokemon, this could be crazy.
If they give it to Dragapult, it's good. I don't know.
Dragapult didn't get it in Sword and Shield, so I'm not
but
confident.
things can change.
Things can.
Things
They could give it to
can
Banette.
change.
Banette certainly needs something.
Yo, give it to Banette.
It would be cool on Mimikyu. I think maybe a little bit.
Okay, but it's still not enough to move the
Bramble.
needle over.
Bramble's a good one.
Bramble.
King Villager already pointed it out, but it's like the biggest problem is Flutter runs booster energy. That's procced immediately. You don't get to use Poltergeist.
Yeah. I didn't
Gosh
think
darn
about that, but it does like screw over the specs Flutter, which is like I would say is the best set.
The best set right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Or what they could do is they can nerf Poltergeist, or not nerf, they could buff it, so that it has like maybe like half or quarter damage if the Pokemon has no item. Who cares? Who cares if it doesn't make sense in terms of like
Like an inverse
move
acrobatics,
more.
basically.
Right?
Yeah, inverse acrobatics. Okay,
Okay,
Right.
Lash Out. What was this? Double damage.
this is the one that
Double
doubles
damage.
damage if your opponent dropped a stat
Yes.
on the same turn.
It's a solid move. I think the issue was that like it was good when T-Char was a good mon.
Yeah.
And T-Tar's not currently a good one.
Yeah.
It may be-
So like
it
if
may
they
be-
if
Go
they
ahead.
give it to the right Pokemon, it'll be good. Like if they gave it to Chien-Pao, it would be good.
I'm thinking specifically King Gambit.
If they-
I think
Because you can do the
Gambit has
haha,
enough.
Defiant Boost, haha, double power.
No, people
Yeah,
are
I
pointing out
guess
the right thing though. It does work with self drops. Because you could
It
bulldoze.
does work with
technically.
self drops.
I don't know
You could
what
bulldoze
kinda,
Lash Out with T-Char.
I don't know what kind of other self drops we're gonna be doing, but
Spicy Extract?
spicy
I don't know.
extract, yo.
Oh, yo!
I don't know. I just
So
think
villain
like
stocks?
it's a good intimidate like counter, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like, they
shit
intimidate
cows
you and you-
specifically.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
intimidate you and you just like hit them for a base 150
What is that effectively?
turn.
If you're just like a -1 Pokemon,
or like 160 or whatever it is.
What's the
It's like-
like effective like damage there? Like you're
It's
doing
basically
I don't
100. It's
know.
100. So it's like slightly
Yeah.
better than your
75 or whatever it is.
75.
Okay, so maybe it's not as good.
I think it's like it's asking for too many things to be happening for like a power boost. Otherwise, it's just like a standard. Because the thing about
Okay,
Blast
yeah.
Out,
I've decided this move isn't unfair enough, so it sucks.
so what I was thinking about was like back in when this move was new. I really was just like, nah, this is just like a better dark move to be running on something like Bisharp. Back when like its best dark move was Night Slash, man.
Yeah.
So like it had better Dynamax power. It was everything. Like you did that because that Pokemon didn't have better dark moves.
Mhm.
But like
Oh my god, the
King Gambit
Weavile
doesn't
comeback?
need that.
Okay, it was
Weavile
sick.
comeback-
It was sick on Bulldoze with T-Tar though.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, that was fun.
T-Tar
Uh,
definitely abused this move really well.
Roaring Moon.
Oh, Roaring Moon.
Roaring Moon would be cool,
Yeah.
especially with boost.
Yeah. Roaring Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, with like the what's it called, the set that where if you get like a attack drop on it, it still gets the attack booster energy. That's
Yeah.
probably a good one to go with.
Yeah, just because if you're gonna be taking that Intimidate, that's gonna suck. But at least you can make a good punish.
Make it do something.
Okay. So lastly, Toxic. I don't think there's actually that much to say about this. We talked about Dondozo earlier. This could potentially help against Dozo if you're able to like stall it out with like a bulky team, but other than that, like the meta just isn't slow enough for Toxic to be making a big appearance, in my opinion.
The other thing is last year or like last gen, they gutted Toxic's distribution.
Yeah.
To the point where like only certain poison types learn it.
Yeah.
So I
That was in
wouldn't get your hopes up for like Toxic P2 to come back or something.
Yeah. As King Villager is saying, the learn pool got nerfed really hard in BDSP, and like I feel like most Pokemon still aren't gonna have access to it. And also,
I don't think they're gonna put it back to normal because I feel like they Game Freak definitely like pays attention to single stuff, and they were like, we're gonna nerf Toxic's distribution because it's broken, or like because it's really strong, and we're gonna nerf like recovery PP on all the recovery moves.
Yeah.
Things like that to like make the
Yeah.
game faster in
Yeah,
singles.
if Toxic has the same kind of distribution it had in BDSP, the best Toxic user is probably already in the game, and it's no longer viable, and that's Glamora. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Glamar
Wait,
already
didn't
set
it-
up Toxic by
I was gonna say,
itself
probably
anyway.
already.
Right.
Isn't it already learned
They
Toxic?
probably already learned.
Well, I
Toxic.
think I saw a
I bet
couple
it
of like
does.
I think I saw a couple like Japanese players messing around with Toxic Lamora before we switched to Reg D, but I don't know.
Those
Maybe that's a bit fuzzy.
Those Japanese players are gonna try anything. and
It'd be
everything.
crazy if you could Toxic the Amoonguss and then force it to switch out. That would just be awful for the Amoonguss player.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that's
feel like,
that's probably it for the news on the Teal Mask. We'll definitely have more to talk about in the coming weeks as
Things
it
to
actually
come.
comes out. Definitely looking forward to it. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody streamed their playthrough it on the channel, though. I don't know. That's not really what people come here for, so maybe not.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be John. John's got dibs.
Let's put it on your own
I
channel.
don't look at me. Actually, I haven't bought the DLC yet.
Oh, okay. I actually don't think I have either. I gotta check.
Oh god, I still need to buy it myself.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the Calc is right. On the Nerdofnow website.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the guy.
Nerdofnow.com. No, it's nerdofnow.github.io.
GitHub.io.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if Alex,
It's come full circle.
the other Alex above me, if they miss a single calc, if he misses a single calc, like what's the point? Like, can we even trust you to design the calcs if you don't know it every single calc?
Shit. Oh no, I'm gonna get everyone going off of my calc now. Oh no, everyone's gonna go over to Showdown.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm gonna be watching you like a hawk, basically.
I'm gonna get all of them wrong. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna start just because I think I had one, but I already forgot it. John, who did I say I was gonna do? Oh, it was Yanmega. Okay. Troy, we're gonna do. Let's put all the multipliers on it and see how high we can get this. I want a Choice Specs Terra Bug, like max special attack, modest Yanmega, with tinted lens. Using Bug Buzz against Fluttermane. No bulk.
No bulk Fluttermane.
No bulk Fluttermane. Just to like remind everybody, it does quad resist it.
And what is his choice specs?
It's Choice Specs Terra Bug, tinted
Bug
lens.
Buzz, tinted
Bug
lens.
Buzz.
I have my answer.
Okay.
I think I have my answer too.
I think so too.
All right. Let's start with the buggy boy, John.
Okay, so my thought process is there's no way this two shots even after the tinted lens. So I'm going with 45.
All right. Burns.
And that's optimistic. I'm going 37.
Okay, Alex.
I'll go even more optimistic. I'll go 48.
All right,
Wait,
but
what?
nobody thinks this is getting the 2-hit KO.
No way.
I think
There's no shot, bro.
If it gets a 2 at KO, it's a roll. That's what I'm saying.
I've got everything in there. Oh my god.
There's no way this would Oko with a.
I think
Like,
John missed. I think it's 46 to 55. It was a roll, as Alex was saying.
Oh my god.
The calc guy knows what he's talking about.
That's
Alright,
hacked.
I got
This is
one
so
down. I need to
tragic.
get
This
2
is
more
so
right.
tragic.
Oh my
So
god.
tragic.
Listen, my excuse
God.
is I played with Tinted Lens Yan Mega in BDSP Battle Festival doubles back when we were doing that.
Oh.
So,
Okay,
but I ran like what was it,
Fair
Light Orb
enough.
at the time.
fair enough.
So, do I even have a set for that? I'm seeing if I have a set. I have a set for that. Oh my god, it's the one I ran.
Wait, did
Okay.
Nails guess? Did Nails guess like way late?
I don't know.
He
He must
just-
be on
He
the
dropped
way.
a 39
Yeah.
like way after the result was up. He probably wasn't looking, so I trust that he was actually putting out a guess, but it's just funny. Okay. Let's move on to the next person's calc. John, what do you got? You got one?
Okay, I got a Ninetales one for you all.
Yeah.
It's Ninetales Alola. Okay, the Ninetales Alola has no bulk. Okay, we love to
Uh-oh.
see the no bulk Ninetales. However, it is snowing.
Yep.
And we're facing down Mystic Water or Shifu Rapid, and they're clicking Surging Strikes.
No Terra.
How much damage does it do? No Terra.
Nature?
It's Jolly.
Jolly Mystic Water.
Jolly Mystic Water. How much damage does that do to the in snow Ninetales?
I'm still getting this
Wow,
one
this
wrong.
is so hard. I think I got my answer though.
All right, I think I got mine too.
I have no clue, but I have an answer. I'll attempt
Alright.
to answer it.
It sounds like Justin he wants to go first, clearly, because he has no idea.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'll say like 70%.
Okay.
I think I'm believing in Ninetales, but not so much that it's dodging the 2-hit KO allegations. 55.
Okay.
I was gonna go probably about 60. So
Okay.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I'm the guy.
You're
that
the calc man. Remember, the Ninetales didn't have any bulk. How well do you know your Ninetales bulk?
Yeah,
I
I thought it
haven't
was
run
pretty
Ninetales
poor.
in forever.
73, 75 is what we're seeing.
That's pretty
Um,
bad.
Mystic Water, Jolly, Surging Strike. So that's just calc default, right?
Yep.
Oh wow, still so much.
It still does a lot, but at least you live. you
Wait,
know?
did Justin get in there?
Justin did.
What'd you say, Justin?
I said
is what he
70.
said.
Okay. Yeah, it looks
I
like
got in there.
So it looks like Nerdofnow is already a fraud. Damn. Damn.
pack up your bags. Time to go to Showdown. Calc.
Damn. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess he's less of a fraud than you. You guessed 55, man.
But I
You're a
didn't. I didn't
believer.
create the calcs. You know. So. Okay.
Wait, I thought when we did the damage calc, it would just send like he would manually do the calcs for us.
Yeah. Does that just get
On his
emailed to you?
website.
You get like a little notification ping. Like, hold on, I'll run it for you. That's how it
Yeah.
works.
Oh man, if only.
All right, who's next?
Then next we'll go with Burns.
All right. We're gonna go with not related to the DLC, but related to the history of Pennsylvania regionals.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna take my Toxicroak from 2019, the one with the 148 HP, 244 special defense assault vest,
Mhm.
Okay.
and we're gonna try throwing a Fluttermane at it. So our Fluttermane is gonna be the 116 modest with choice specs, Terra Fairy. It gets the proto boost.
Oof. Wait, it's like
The
in
special
Sun?
attack proto. Yeah, so it's in Sun.
A Sun specs
Okay.
Terra Fairy Moonblast.
Yeah.
What was the EVs in nature?
116
modest. 116 modest.
Okay. And this is a assumedly neutral nature, like adamant Toxicroak wearing an assault vest.
Yeah. This
Alright.
is with the 148 HP, 244 special defense. And keep in mind, this was meant to this Toxicroak was meant to take a +2 Xerneas Moonblast.
Yeah.
I
Well,
cannot remember my Sun Series calcs.
It was supposed to take one.
I gotta say,
Yeah,
things are
I mean
probably
it did. It did.
unless the iron, whatever the instant next to it is you turning into Kyogre, I'm saying that he's dying to dry skin for sure. So
That's not the point, bro.
I know.
That's not the point.
He lives and gets off an attack. So let's figure out.
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
damage.
The calc is going to say something like, "Oh, guaranteed OHKO that after dry skin damage or whatever." Probably
Yeah,
something
no,
like that.
we'll figure it
We
out.
just toggled the fun part off.
Just take.
It's a
just
good
take
thing we
off
don't
dry
do that.
skin.
Oh, you
True,
could just
actually.
take off dry skin. It's got download.
Uh,
Nope. Let's
I've
put the
got-
dark.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really. That shouldn't affect the percentage displayed.
I've
gotcha.
got an answer in mind. I've got an answer in mind.
Yeah, I got mine as well.
I don't know, but we'll go with it anyway.
Is this the? I think I can't remember, but I think this was like. Oh wait, no, you have to call on somebody, Burns. I forgot. You're the one that's in charge, so we're all done. I
What?
think.
Oh yeah. All right. So, John, you go first.
Okay, I'm gonna say that this Moonblast that Fluttermane is putting out is stronger than the +2 Moonblast that Xerneas is putting out.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I'm saying it's KOing. So 100.
100.
Just on the dot. 100.
Okay. Who's
All
next,
right.
Burns?
Non-host Alex, go next.
Okay. So I'm thinking, if you think about like Xerneas back in the day, it has about the same special attack stat as Fluttermane. So you got what is it, Fairy Aura, that's like 1.33. You got the +2, you got the stab. That comes out to about 4 times. And then you got Fluttermane's 1.4 times Protosynthesis boost on top of its specs, on top of its what's it called, the Terra Fairy. So that comes out to, what is that, like, it's about the same. It's a little more. So I'm going to say, if I remember correctly, Xerneas did about 90-ish on that set. So this is me basically having to guess 2 sets. So I'm going to say about 98. I'm going to say 98. I don't think it's
We
guaranteed.
are all just sitting in the same ballpark, I guess.
Damn.
So I gotta pick
Alex,
if I
your-
believe in Fluttermane or believe in Toxicroak based on these two guys. I'm not picking 99 and going between. That would be weird.
No, that would be lame.
So I'm gonna go on the side of Fluttermane and say that it's doing a considerable amount more. Whatever, 105. Okay, Fluttermane specs. Bring it down to 116. I can just check.
Oh, it
the
was
box.
1.3.
I can just check.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's saying Pro's 1.3. I thought it was 1.4.
Oh, I haven't even terra'd yet. Okay, what? Oh my god. Is that the final answer, Burns?
What?
It's
Hang
not
on,
sunny
I can't-
yet, bro.
No, I
Oh, you don't
just
have to-
clicked it. I just clicked it.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's
So I
I'm
did
in there,
both calcs.
baby.
I did both
Hey.
calcs. I'll post them in the our Discord chat.
Oh,
Are they
It's
really
like
that close?
almost exactly the same calc.
Oh,
Like
that's
it is the
crazy.
same calc. The Fluttermane high roll is like 1 point stronger than the Xerneas high roll. Or like
sounds
1
like
HP.
sounds like Fluttermane is slightly better than Xerneas.
Yeah.
Oh, but it doesn't have to click
That's
Geomancy
crazy.
to do that.
It doesn't have to click Geomancy to do that.
Yeah,
Nope,
I
it's all-
pressed,
it's all one
push the
turn.
Terra button instead.
Who has more special attack in
crazy.
this situation? Timid Max Xerneas or the 116
The-
Mons
Fluttermane, I think, has more special.
Fluttermane.
attack.
Fluttermane has slightly more special attack. Yeah.
Okay, then let's go and yeah, wait, I guess they both got it, but I was out. I should have counted on the frog. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Mhm.
All right,
Don't
Alex.
count Froggy out.
Alex, you're up for your calc. What do you got for us?
Okay, so I have an idea, and if we don't want to go with it, it's fine. So I had the idea of like doing something that's like a yes/no quiz thing,
Sure.
sort of. So let's say I've been wanting to do this just because I added the feature in forever, and I haven't seen anyone use it.
Mhm.
So let's say you have a Baxcalibur, right? And you're just trying to run calcs on it or whatever, as we're doing right now. And you want to figure out, okay, which does more? A super effective attack into Baxcalibur, or a Baxcalibur that just used Glaive Rush? So I'm going to say for this example, we're going to use we use Terra Steel Baxcalibur against the Flare Blitz from Arcanine. So rather than guess percentages, just say which one do you think is going to do more? Which Arcanine or which Baxcalibur do you think Arcanine will do more damage to? The Terra Steel Baxcalibur or the Baxcalibur that just used Glaive Rush?
Oh,
The
'cause
non-Terra Glaive Rush Baxcalibur.
All right.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a damage calculation check. Does the Glaive Rush have like double damage, incoming damage?
Yes,
Do more than
it's
the
double
weakness?
damage. It's double damage. But they're applied at different points in the formula, so it slightly affects outcomes. So you won't. So I will say, at least for a little bit of it, they are so close that a lot of the time you will get the same rolls, but sometimes with some investments you will not.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say the Flare Blitz does, or the Terra Steel. It does more to the Terra Steel one.
I think it
Okay.
also does more to the Terra Steel one. That's just like a hunch.
I'll pick the other one just for
Okay.
the sake of it. Let's do it.
Okay, let me quickly. So I forgot to put this in ahead of time myself, but let me just quickly see what investment on Baxcalibur you would need for that specific role. So,
My reasoning is that I think I'm pretty sure all super effective damage is like applied at the very end after like rolls are decided. So that would mean that Glaive Rush would have to do it earlier. So I feel like if the double damage from Glaive Rush is applied earlier in the formula, then it might like apply that and then floor the numbers,
Mhm.
which would mean like some numbers get rounded down if they're not completely even. Whereas the super effective damage does not get floored. It'll like all super effective damage is an even number because of that.
yeah, that makes sense. So Alex, if you want to put it in, just take the standard clear Amulet Baxcalibur, give it Terra Steel, then give it 20 defense EVs, and then just take the Fast Gargles Arcanine. And that should give us our answer.
Okay, I gotta put on Terra Steel, right?
Yeah.
Terra. Okay, so this is just Flare Blitz versus the double damage versus Terra Steel. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So where do I check the Glaive Rush thing?
It's at the bottom below Protect.
I do
There's a
see
little
apply
checkbox
double
there.
damage from using Glaive Rush. Okay. So yeah, we see that Flare Blitz is doing 74.2 to 87.7, 164 to 194. And then the Flare Blitz is doing 88.2, well, up to 165 to 195. So it does more
Right.
when it's just clicking Glaive Rush than opposed to Terra Stealing.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That is
Guess
so.
I guess I got that a little wrong.
That is so silly.
Yeah.
So strange.
Let me quickly. I'm gonna quickly check the code and make sure. Well, I know exactly where I applied it. I just don't remember where it is in relation to the damage because I believe this was applied before the damage. But also I have not touched this since I implemented it. So
okay, wait. So is Glaive Rush's defense having, or I guess double damage taking effect? Is that kind of similar to like
it's a modifier?
No, is it kind of similar to the way Explosion would have the target's defense in Gen 4 previous?
I'm not
feel like-
familiar with that.
Because I do remember like I know like it sounds like okay, it just has the opponent's defense like before the damage happens. But like,
I
remember
can
those
check
calcs
right
doing
now.
way more than if you just like lowered their defense 2 stages and you like applied a similar attack. But
Okay, so Explosion and Self-Destruct's defense having, at least according to the damage calc, which hasn't probably damage from Gen 4 probably hasn't been touched since the calc's inception way back when. But according to it, it has defense in the same place that it like checks for sand stuff.
okay.
It's be like the same place for like marble scale, yada yada.
Yeah.
Yada,
so it's not like an actual stat boost check.
Bro, I forgot about Marble
Glaive
Scale.
Rush is a general modifier, so this would be the same place that it would be like the weather modifiers. And for those who don't know, specifically Hydro Steam.
Dude, they should give Marvel Scale to a good Pokemon. I forgot about that ability.
Yeah, they've given it to what? Milotic and then Dratini and Dragonair. and that's
Dragonair, baby. Flame Orb Dragonair. Let's go.
it. Yeah, let's go. You can't run Eviolite.
Let's go.
Just side wisp it,
There you go.
and then Terra Ice and switch in your Ninetales.
Wait.
Oh my god, that thing has so much defense.
Oh my god.
And it's doing Dragon Rage with it.
How much?
Dragon Rage isn't in the game. No,
Oh no.
they took it out. It was
damn.
too OP for
Limitation.
early game.
All right, where's our Dragonair? Calc is right.
Oh
True.
wait, let's come up with one on the spot.
How much does
Nah.
Surging Strikes do to it?
that was my first guess, was how much does Surging Strikes do to it?
I feel like Terra Icing makes it do more because you no longer resist it.
Oh, that's true.
when you
Yeah.
start doing damage calcs.
All right, Wicked Blow,
against-
Wicked Blow, Wicked Blow.
When you start doing Dragonair damage calcs, that's when you know it's time to end the podcast.
Aw.
And so that's gonna be it for this one. We'll throw you over to, it looks like Tom Hayden is streaming. Has Tom Hayden got like a tournament going on today, maybe? I don't know. Let's
Yeah, he's grinding. He's
It's not
grinding those
Tuesday,
ladder.
bro.
You're right. No, no,
Monday.
the Hemmingberg Glizzy tournament is not today. Is that Tom Hayden? I think that was.
I don't know if it's.
Yo, why didn't we cover the Hemiburn Glizzies?
But that's gonna be it for this one. So just as a reminder to everybody, this is going to be going up on YouTube on Wednesday. So if you got in here late and you didn't catch the beginning, but you wanted to, check it out on Audie's YouTube channel, CK49. And yeah, thanks to John, Justin, and Alex for being on here with me today, you guys. Really appreciate it.
It's our pleasure.
It's nice being on for the first time.
Yeah.
See
it
you
was-
next week.
It was fun. True. Yeah, when we get regional champion Justin Burns on here.
Exactly.
Justin is the only one going from this group, so he's the only one that's guaranteed to win. But
Exactly.
yeah, that's gonna be it. So say hi to Tom for us, and we'll catch you guys next week.